Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to give me my 40 bucks or do you not?
I'd be glad to give you 40 bucks. You've
Okay.
never asked me directly for 40 bucks, Phil. All you've done is lie about me.
I've sent you multiple emails. I've shown it on video.
You've never sent me.
Do you want to send me? Do you want to give me my $40 in my hand, or do we want to walk off? Because I do not have time for your bullshit.
Philip.
You can give me $40 now and shut me up, or I can walk off because I have things that I need to do.
bclaymore@gmail.com. I've asked you many times.
I've sent it to you on Patreon multiple times. I don't know your Gmail.
bclaymore@gmail.com.
I've sent it to your Kickstarter. I've sent it to your Kickstarter multiple times, multiple messages.
Let me ask you this, Philip. Is that a reason to just attack me out of the blue?
Attack for you for what?
That you made up?
What did I make up?
Really? Your very first video about me was completely invented, and you know that.
Which one?
I had no idea that you were this crazy SJW.
State something that you just engaged me.
So you can put it on your video. That's right. I want to have a conversation with you because you're not man enough.
I just want my $40. I have things to do. Are you going to give me my $40 now?
Let me ask you a question.
Are you going to give me my $40 that you owe me now, or should I just walk off?
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, then I'll just walk off.
Philip, I'd like to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you unless you have $40. Okay, I'm going to call.
I was not very steeped in the comics.
I didn't read any comics or do any research.
I wasn't familiar with comics. I wasn't familiar with the movies.
We didn't lean into a whole lot of the history of the comic books.
Yeah, candidly, we were not enormous comic fans.
I wasn't super into superhero comics when I was a kid. I read a lot of like indie press stuff.
First thing I was told is don't read the comics.
Really?
As a creator, they put you in a bubble. They don't let you talk about any of the other projects, right?
You know, they're up for anything.
We ultimately decided to redefine it for the series and thought that it worked better for the story that we're trying to tell.
Did you ever read you've never read the comic?
When the DVD comes out, I'm going to read a Thor comic book and just see where we went wrong.
We are going to make our country great again.
For a little girl growing up Catholic today, will she ever have the opportunity to be a deacon and participate as a clergy member in church?
No.
separatists have replaced the Emperor of the Terran Imperium with a clone. In exchange for the real Emperor's life, Special Agent Ayla Rin must deliver a weapon capable of destroying a planet into the hands of the Twisted Scorpio Alliance, who are holding the Emperor captive. Can Ayla Rin save the Emperor and keep this weapon from being used? Find out in The Hidden Emperor, a 64-page graphic novel by Ms. Crimson and John Delarose, the hit creative team behind Overmind.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am super high energy today. Things are going amazing. I hope you've all been well, and I'm glad to see you all here. And smash the like button, leave some comments. Let's get people in here so we can talk about a lot of stuff. I went down a rabbit hole of comic book YouTuber drama the other day, and it's actually completely different circles than we're used to. Well, not for me, because I'm actually pretty plugged into a lot of different comic book circles. A lot of people don't know, like, there's a lot of different little silos across the internet, and people just don't realize that each other even exist. And so there's a lot of different customer bases out there. There's a lot of different YouTube fandoms out there. There's a lot of different, even just within the little context of comic books, right? So is my stupid thing making the fog? There we go. It's better. Sorry. It's my laptop camera. I just don't do into things. So believe it or not, every single one of these circles has just like an immense amount of drama going on. It's insane. People just can't help themselves when it comes to the internet. I think, like, especially comic book people, and I get in trouble for saying this all the time. I think B.A. Turner or whatever tried to cancel me a few weeks ago because I said, like, I think on average comic book people are retarded or something like that. I got this whole, like, how dare you say comic book people are retarded? I'm customers, that type of thing. And I'm like, well, why are you identifying as retarded? Like, I just said on average, like, comic book people are retarded, and they are. Think about it. Like, if you're still out there, like, being like, oh, wow, X-Men has an all new #1. Yes, it's collector's item. Yeah, cool. See, it says #1 first issue. It's got Ms. Marvel on it. She's Muslim. Yeah. I mean, how freaking retarded can you be? I mean, this is fucking Shit the Book, by the way. If you did not know, like, it, like, Shit the Book personified is this. Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly are the worst writers ever to grace comic books. I really think they're worse than Mags Visaggio. I think they're worse than who else is there? Vita Ayala. I think they're worse than Miss T. Franklin, because, like, at least those people, like, you have something to laugh at and make fun of. This is just such shit. It's just impossible to get through, and that's why we're making alternatives right here. But, Boi Zack built his channel on that kind of thing, and making fun of this type of stuff. I do rip up comic books for super chats, by the way. If you want to see me rip up this, just let me know. I got Captain America by J. Michael Straczynski. I got this X-Men #1. It's an all new #1. Wow. And that's that. Am I doing this all? Mike asked if I'm doing this all alone. I might bring some people in. I don't know. I'm having fun at the moment. But comic book people are on average retarded, because if this works on you, if this, like, putting #1 on an issue, like, to get you to buy 100,000 copies, versus if this was number 652 and it only sell 20 copies, that is really retarded. It takes a really retarded person to actually believe that this is X-Men #1 and that it's worth something, and that it's, because think about it, people are not buying it to read it because of that. They're doing it because they're speculating on it. They're buying the variant covers and tucking it away and saying, this is going to be worth something someday. Retarded. That's retarded. And that's what we're dealing with here. So we're dealing with all these circles of comic book people that are just functionally retarded on average. On average, not everybody. My audience is not retarded, and that's why we've been growing, and that's why we've been having a lot of fun recently. It's been a great time on the channel. And if you've been kind of not paying attention, because YouTube often suppresses these live streams, I did a test today because of the suppression. And the test here is one, obviously I'm starting with a drama sort of deal, but number two, I didn't do 3 videos today and then put up a live stream. Usually I do that, and I think YouTube just suppress it. My gut is that YouTube is suppressing the live streams on average because I put up 4 videos a day, like when I do a live stream, and that probably kills the algorithm. And it looks like that's the case because we got a lot of people here today. Thank you. So hello, everybody. Want to say hi to some channel members because I appreciate you guys being channel members here. John Dacre, good to see you. Megatonic Audio, good to see you. John Douglas, good to see you. We got some of my favorite YouTubers in here. The Trent Report, if you guys don't follow him, you absolutely should. Minimal Effort Gaming, another fantastic channel. I mean, these are probably the top channels on YouTube right now. They really are. Just incredible people. Tassus Jones, good to see you. Tree Goblin, good to see you. Thank you for being a channel member, everybody. Art Gains, good to see you. Let's see. Who else do we got in here? We got a bunch of channel members in here. Did I miss anybody? If I missed you, call yourself out and then I'll call you out. Sorry. I think I got everybody though. We got a lot of folk here. So thank you so much for of course subscribing to us, for backing us. Elasmat, good to see you. Another great comic creator out there. It's been a crazy year. We've seen basically, where do I even want to start with this? I don't even know where to go back to the lore. I have the back to the lore button. Where do I start with this? A lot of stuff hit this week. The reason I saw it is not actually because of your boy Zack, but like I said, I'm in other comic YouTube silos also. And I saw some drama going on the last week with a channel that, like, this is a friend of mine who's really good. And you can see, like, bigger channel than Zack. And you guys might not, like, just because, like, everybody's in their own little silos, you might not even know this exists. Gem Mint Collectibles. And it's my buddy Steven. Basically, like, talks about statues and omnibuses and things like that, and he's got a shit ton of subscribers, 160,000 subscribers. Look at this. Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 4 completes the run. Hulk statues, or something wrong with it. But there's been some drama going along in those circles before we get to the Zack stuff, because this is really fun. Yeah, Gem Min is cool. He's great guy. Great guy. He started, the drama train really started here, back here, which was, I saw this one first, and this one went kind of viral. The biggest mistake I ever made. And he's got a picture of his house on there. And this whole video was about just like, hey, and by the way, his channel, I mean, like your boy Zack's, has been on decline for a bit, because it's not just your boy Zack's like bad takes and everything that's causing it. Is, I mean, that's a large part of why his is declining. But the comic industry is in such a huge decline right now, guys. Like, you don't even get the views on videos talking about the shitty comic books anymore. If I went and did a video just roasting this woke nonsense right here, just this like complete garbage tier comic book, all new #1. If I made a video on that, I'd get 1,000, 2,000 views. So I can't do it. Like, nobody can. Everybody's tuned out of the entire comic book industry. It's a disaster, like complete train wreck on a level like I've never ever seen. And so you just can't do it. You can't even like make a channel doing this stuff anymore. Gem Mint Collectibles is just talking about like, hey, the omnibus complete runs. Now this video is doing very well for him. But again, like 3.9K views in a day. I would have been happy with that last year, like when my channel was small, but like that's a bad video for me at this point. Like, and this is like the content I tuned into him for. This is like the good stuff, right? And so, like, I have been watching comic fandom completely decline, and the media has been gaslighting about it. All the people at Bleeding Cool and Comics Ace, all those places, CBR, pretend it's not happening. They pretend the sales slump's not there, but it's very obvious just in the fact that like people don't even care about like these omnibuses coming out anymore. And this was huge in 2020. In 2020, this type of content would have Gem Mint like some crazy views. Look at his popular videos. Deja Thoris premium format statue. Like, why does that have 500,000? Well, I could see why it's got 500,000 views. Okay, that's fair. San Diego Comic-Con statues, 500,000 views. Iceman statue unboxing, 500,000 views. I mean, that's how much like people were tuned into this stuff just 3 years ago. It's not that far back. It's really not. That's and Marvel and DC have managed to kill interest in this hobby to that big of a degree. It's so crazy. From 500,000 views to 3,000 views on an omnibus reveal sort of thing, or on if statues to statues, 500,000 views to like 10,000 views. This is crazy. And so his channel suffered as a consequence, not of anything else, but like, my gosh, like of just the fact that like this industry is completely dying. It's really sad. It really is. I don't know that he's no longer entertaining. I like Gem Mint, and I think he has good takes and good, interesting talk on these. I think it's just the content is just not there. Like, why would you care about a new Spider-Man omnibus at this point? It's tough. And so, you know, if you look, he did a drama video, the biggest mistake I ever made, and the drama video kicked it off. And so it's like, this is actually going places now. So let me say get my super chat real quick. Thank you, Dungeon Delver, for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate it. Of course, I get a phone call right now. I always get a phone call every time I go live. It's like my phone rings. I don't know what's going on, but I appreciate the $5 super chat. YouTube live streams get suppressed. My D&D live streams get next to nothing compared to my pre-recorded vids. Since I started live streams on X, I get hundreds of live views. Oh yeah, X. I'm not streaming on X right now. I do a lot of the time. Am I streaming on X right now? Maybe I am. Because I do have 200 people watching. Is this coming from YouTube or is it coming from X? I didn't stream on X. It's just YouTube. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. But I do think I think in my case it's probably because of the stuff per day. I do have something going on to where I can't even hear anything, but whatever. Okay, I'm taking my headphones off because let me take my headphones off. Effing pronouns, right? It's okay, sorry about that. My headphones are connected to something else that's playing. It's really distracting. But so I've got this going on right here. And what the hell's playing on my headphones? I took them off. It's so loud. Listen to this. You hear it? Sounds like Snow White or something. I've got like Snow White playing on my headphones or something. Very weird. I don't know. But the live streams, yeah, it's definitely definitely better on X for live streaming. I appreciate that there. And YouTube's definitely suppressing them these days. But guys, I'm always live. I want to let you know at 4 p.m. Pacific on Thursdays. We do an amazing live stream. We had a Tolkien scholar on, a professor of Tolkien on Thursday. It was amazing. We had Archon, an RPG designer last week, who's just like amazing too. We had a Doctor Who writer on the show last week too. And people have just been missing it just because I think nobody's getting the notifications half the time. So crazy stuff. Let me find out about why my headphones are still going off with like some weird thing. Huh. Weird. Maybe it's something on my computer that's playing on my headphones. What the heck's going on? Weird stuff. Is this... What the hell? Oh, it was my Apple. It was my Apple Music. It was my fault. I screwed everything up. Thank you for sticking with me during my boomer moments, everybody. That was just so retarded of me. And that's why I say comic book people are retarded. I'm retarded, right? So, oh my gosh, that was insane. Something was playing so loud, and it sounded like Disney music. But yes, thank you, Dungeon Delver, for the $5 super chat. We got a couple new members. Joffrey the third, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Woo to Bear, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. And yeah, I put the streams behind paywalls once we're done. So if you do want to become a member, it's pretty cheap on that level. But yeah, definitely watch those. I'm going to try to get back to streaming Monday or Tuesday around this time as well. So make sure to watch this. Yeah. And just watch the space, because sometimes like these don't pop up for any subscription stuff. So, all right. So Gem Mint had this, and his whole deal was like, I bought a house, I overextended myself, I got to like reevaluate the channel, get things going. His channel revenues way dropped off. And that's in you know, he actually talks about how like maybe the like parts of the hobby aren't fun for him anymore and things like that. Thanks, Wootabear. I appreciate it. You are you are a wonderful person, wonderful supporter, and I appreciate you being there. And really sad video, but basically he bought a house that was too big for his britches, got too big of a loan, and he had to sell it off because you know, this is what happens. People make a lot of money on some of this stuff, do pretty well, and then they kind of overspend, and you know, that's a pretty normal story. They think the money's going to be coming in forever, and you can never act that way. That's why you never want to just up your basis in life. This is my life advice for you. If you get a little bit of money, get a little scratch in there, don't up your basis in life just because of that. Because I've got a little scratch coming right now, guys. And since we got 213 people here, I have a new graphic novel. This is the sequel to my 2022 Overmind. And you guys loved that one. You guys wanted more. I got the memo. I got so many great compliments on Overmind, which is our most successful crowdfund to date. And this is creeping up there. So Overmind hit $33,000. If you guys remember it right here, this beautiful cover by Aaron Lepresti. And I created a new Star Wars universe basically to for a couple reasons. A new Star Wars universe, a new sci-fi universe. One, because of Star Wars, and I wanted to build my own Star War. Singular, it's one war, no copyright intention, whatever. And and two, yeah, somebody said, why can't all comics look like that promo image? And the reason that it can't is because the mainstream media is opposed to making women look beautiful. As you can see, they want to court like this young female. This is their designs for women these days, right? You can see they just look like little boys with little transgenders, and that's how they do things. They don't like, or look at that square jaw on X-23. They don't make them look pretty anymore, and that's a major problem because you know, women should look beautiful. That's all. And so we developed this character specifically because we wanted a pretty woman with like very feminine features, very large tracts of land. And to be a redhead also, because they are replacing all the redheads, right? They're turning them into black ladies. They're turning everybody into everything, right? And so we made this character specifically to do that. Overmind was a commentary on the hive mind sort of think. And if you read it, I had a pretty deep plot line with that. And now the Hidden Emperor is going to be the sequel to this, and it's just about the Empire decaying and falling apart, and just being in a place where you're trapped with nothing seeming to go right. And so we're really opening up this like intergalactic civil war right here with this story. And this is where the floodgates are about to pour open. And this is where my whole universe is about to take off. So this is the spot you should really get in on. Get on the Hidden Emperor. Somebody said no digital. There is 100%. I always do digital. So Hidden Emperor Into the Black PDFs right there. This is the new digital storyline right here. If you wanted if you just wanted to Overmind the first appearance, I got it at a little bit of a discount. And then I've got the complete digital for the whole series as well here, as well as my complete every comic I've ever made as a digital comic too, somewhere down here too. But the coolest thing about this one is not the digital. It's the fact that we've got a leather-bound edition. And this leather-bound is going to have Overmind and the Hidden Emperor in one book. They're being done by Castalia House, so it's like those really super nice leather books that you get. And I think you'll really, really enjoy that. So thank you guys so much for supporting this so far. I'm just gonna play this, play the little trailer one more time since I got 250 people here. Thank you so much, and then please back this book.
Separatists have replaced the Emperor of the Terran Imperium with a clone. In exchange for the real Emperor's life, Special Agent Ayla Ren must deliver a weapon capable of destroying a planet into the hands of the Twisted Scorpio Alliance, who are holding the Emperor captive. Can Ayla Ren save the Emperor and keep this weapon from being used? Find out in The Hidden Emperor, a 64-page graphic novel by Ms. Crimson and John Delarose, the hit creative team behind Overmind.
Thank you guys for the support. Really appreciate it. Okay, so back to Gem Mint. This is a bigger channel than your boy Zach. Again, like this is like 1.5 times your boy Zach is this like normie comic channel that talks about statues and stuff. And if you look at it, his channel's kind of dying. He's talking about the biggest mistake he ever made. And then I saw the other drama that was talking about my take on the Sticky Goose situation. And I went down this rabbit hole, and what I saw, because everybody always talks about the EVS Eric July drama, or like whatever drama, whoever's fighting me that day drama. We had Geeks and Gamers get really mad because I noticed that they held an LGBTQ community manager, much like everybody else in corporate gaming. Very odd. Got really mad at me over that. So Master Swag King Comics and Manga says, "Hey John, thanks for subscribing to my comic book channel. Your comic channel and a few others gave me inspiration to start my own." I'm glad. And I do have a secondary comic channel, JDA Talks Comics, because I did see the writing on the wall with comics. And so I moved all my comic content over there. And I started making all the same like comic industry drama videos and things like that. Because again, I just saw the writing on the wall that this that like comics really is in a dire strait right now, that people like really have tuned out because of the way Marvel and DC goes, like they checked out a whole segment of our society. And so I do appreciate some people carrying the torch. Good luck with your comic channel. It is tough right now, just because it's tough to get people to care about this stuff. And when you talk about indies in American comics too, like, because there's good stuff out there. I mean, I could talk about this fantastic book I just got all day. This Mike Barron's Nexus right here, The Scourge by him and Kelsey Shannon. This is like the book of the year, guys. It's so good. But like, I mean, if I'm going to make a review video of it, it'll get like 100 views, right? And I'm going to do it. Don't worry, I will. But it's like the priority, right? And this one, Alt Hero Q by Chuck Dixon. This is also, these like for books of the year, these are like the contenders. These are amazing. But again, who's going to watch talking about comics? People don't tune in unless Marvel and DC is in a space where people actually care about it. And that's what we're seeing here. Thank you for the super chat, brother. And that's what we got going on these days. It's really wild. So when I get to the normie channels, I saw that there's other drama going on, and that I just feel like perhaps the drama in comic books is not just because the people in our, they always try to say in the mainstream, the people in our circles just try to start drama and try to cause problems or whatever. That it's not because of politics, it's because you're bad people, right? And that's always their excuse with us. But if you look at mainstream comics, there's this type of drama all the time too. And if you look at the comic book YouTuber channels, there's all this type of drama all the time too. And so this guy Sticky Goose, basically what happened here was he brought his wife on stream and had his wife like rate comic channels. And the comic book stream was titled "She Destroyed Every Comic Book YouTube Channel." What a great title for a video. And I wish I had that video, but unfortunately, like the people who like he mocked their YouTube channels, they reported him for bullying and got his channel struck because of it. So he had to take this down because these like thin-skinned YouTubers were reporting somebody for bullying. And of course, I've had that done to this channel too, Liam, who tried to get our channel taken down, reporting us for bullying. It's like, how gay can you get? And that's exactly what happened. And so one of the channels that did get reported on this was Gem Mint Collectibles. And this is how I saw it, because Gem Mint's a big channel and a friend of mine. I didn't know any of these other channels existed. But I'm letting you guys know, it's not just this segment of comic fans. It's not Comicsgate. It's not Ripa fans. It's not like this zone. Everywhere in comics just has this like back and forth, just complete fighting, like retard shit going on all the time. And I've been pretty liberated the last like few months. I've gotten pretty much out. I've got people mad at me, of course, but I've gotten like away from this stuff quite a bit, because I've just been covering what people care about away from comics on this channel. That's why the channel's gotten so big. We're almost to 30,000 subscribers. So make sure to hit the subscribe button, everybody. I mean, that's crazy. I never could have imagined. We were at 5,000 just a year and a half ago. I mean, it's nuts. And it's just because I've been talking about things people care about: science fiction, Doctor Who, Star Wars, Warhammer 40K. Like that's the ticket, right? And my books, this Hidden Emperor book's doing better than any book ever before, even though like a lot of like the comic drama people tuned out, because there's a segment of people who do just want science fiction. It's a way healthier market over in the science fiction area than it is around comic people, right? So I went down this rabbit hole and found Sticky Goose Comics, and he talked about a lot of comic channels. He did another video, a drama video, which was about comic channels, like like smaller comic channels, and it's about the funniest video I've ever seen. And it reminded me of Testify HD back in the day, because Testify HD would actually talk about people who do these live streams where they got like, you know the streams I'm talking about. They're trying to shill their comics. There's like 5 people on the panel and 3 people watching in the chat, right? And it's like, why are you bothering to spend 2 hours talking to 3 people? Like, there's more. Like, you guys are not talking to anybody. It's stupid, right? And that's the deal. And so Sticky Goose actually made a video much about this kind of thing and about these people. It really reminded me of Testify HD in a big way. And this is it, the sticker people of comic book YouTube. This is like my favorite video I've seen on the internet in a long time.
Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the sticker people of comic book YouTube.
That's right, the sticker people of comic book YouTube, my friends. This is so good. And this is so true too. I can't believe this. This caused so much drama. There's so many comic book YouTube channels that like have like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 subs who just freaking hate this guy. It's amazing. And he's only got 11,000 subs. He's been building, based on this stuff. And he's just kind of mocking comic book channels. That's all it is. It's really funny. And so this is what I was referencing on Twitter. Yes, the sticker people, guys. We're going to talk about the sticker people before we get into your Boi Zack. Oh my gosh. Yes, the sticker people. All right.
Now, unfortunately, I can't say specific names of these channels. I can't show these people's faces, because the sticker people are the same people that have caused my copyright strike and said that
That's right. When he made fun of the other comic book YouTuber channels, he got and he's scared to even mention their names because they struck him for bullying. I mean, these people are so gay. They really are.
Was harassing and bullying them. The sticker people of YouTube, you may not know of these people. Unfortunately, they don't really have that large of an audience. But one thing is for sure about the sticker people is you're watching sticker people when you're watching them. Because one of the hallmarks of all sticker people videos is that it's like you're watching a Zoom meeting call. So if you're watching a video,
this is what I'm talking about. The 5 or 6 people on a panel, 3 people watching. Yes, 100%. Like bad audio. That's why I've been kicking off people with bad. I'm going to kick off everybody with bad audio from now on. I can't deal with it anymore. Terrible. Yeah, a lot of people saying they unsubbed to Zach. Yeah, it's pretty bad out there right now. Your boy Zach wants to be a sticker person, I think. I think that's what he really, really desires out of life right now. Where you got to learn what the sticker people are first, because it's important. Do not. There's a lot of people in the channel who've got YouTube channels or comic book people. Do not be a sticker person. Okay, number one.
Video, and there's like 4 like middle-aged dudes talking at the same time, like on a Skype call. You know that you're
Comic book
watching
pals.
sticker people.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the comic book pals are they're totally sticker people. Comic book pals are like ultimate sticker people. 100%. Yes, it's a great one.
Why? You're probably wondering why I call them the sticker people. Well, they all think that they're like Jim Mint or Comic Tom. Like they're gonna be big. Like they're gonna be just the next big comic book YouTuber. So they got like merch, and they have like t-shirts that they try to sell, and they definitely sell mystery boxes to each other.
Mystery
But they also
boxes.
have-
Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I thought about mystery boxes. But yeah, there's YouTubers who do this. They got like a couple thousand subs and like, you know, maybe 50 regular viewers, and they maybe I'll put together a mystery box for you guys. And I'll like sell mystery boxes on the live streams. What you're gonna get, you know what you're gonna get in my freaking mystery box. I got this shit. It's in my house. I gotta get rid of it somehow, right? I mean, it's gotta go somewhere. It needs a new home. Buy my mystery box. God. I don't want to have that in my house anymore. Oh my gosh. What am I gonna do with all this shit? I got X-Men #1, another X-Men #1, all new #1. Jeez. Yes, sell mystery boxes. Mystery box of John's dirty laundry. Oh God. That's right. I in my mystery box, you get like you know how you get like lose the socks, like the sock pair, and you're missing one sock, and you're just like, where the hell? How could I have lost one sock? How could I have lost a sock? Like it doesn't make any sense. Like I only take my sock off in my room. I put it in the washer. I put it in the dryer. I try to fold my socks, and I'm freaking missing one, and I don't have the pair to the socks. Right. Like maybe I'll put my like one socks that like don't have the pair to it in a mystery box and sell that. What a grift. Oh no, John Dacre's already in. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the $20 for your mystery box monthly payment. You get like 2 socks for that. I'm gonna give you a full pair of socks for $20. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh man. Hilarious. Yes. Thank you, Fellsbug. Yes. Back to Hidden Emperor. This is my new Kickstarter, guys. Great science fiction. It's a standalone story. So if you didn't back Overmind, you can read it. You can back Overmind with it. We're printing them in big oversized, like so. This is my favorite comic book, Valerian and Laureline, and you can see how big it is, and you can see like how standard comics are. Like this. So I realized like as I was doing like my Kickstarter, I'm like, why am I doing the same thing that like comic book industry is doing? Why would I sell a book and just like have it be like this size? Like the only reason people do that is because the whole comic industry just does that. But the comic industry is stupid. So why would I follow what the comic industry does? And so I'm like, you know what? Bigger's better. If I want some beautiful art like in Valerian and Laureline right here, I want to see it big. So we're going to print them big. And so it's actually going to be a little, I think it's about this much shorter than this Valerian book right here. But our books are going to be printed in a oversized art size, no additional cost. I'm selling them at the same price I used to, even though the paper's more expensive, just because I want to have bigger and better comics. I want my comics to be bigger than everybody else's. I want the art to pop more than everybody else's, and that's what we're doing with the Hidden Emperor. So check it out. Thank you guys for that. All right, back to the sticker people. You guys it's so important you learn what the sticker people are all about, because this explains what your boy Zack wants to be.
Have these stickers that they have their channel logo on, and then they put each other's stickers in their videos, like on their back walls and stuff. That's when you know you're watching sticker people. Another hallmark of the sticker people are they want you to sub for sub. So sticker people will watch your videos if you're like a new channel,
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get into this in a sec too. Somebody says that I keep getting you keep getting unsubbed from my channel. Yeah, that kind of thing happens. I'm sorry, bro. Like, but yeah, just sub back and thank you for being here. And we'll be around. So, okay, so this sub for sub thing, yeah, this. I mean, and by the way, there's a totally legitimate way to grow your smaller channel. You need to get subs. You need, especially once you get to 1,000. Really, like, to be honest, you only need 1,000 subs. You don't care after that. Once you have 1,000 subs, you're monetized. I'm gonna have a third channel, which is gonna be a political channel. And I've not had time to do it, but I am eventually gonna do it. And I do have that. I'd love to get that to 1,000 subs before I even start like recording. Just so I don't have to deal with it. So I'm just gonna put this right here, in the chat. And you guys could sub to my like third channel here, just so we can boost my sub count up. But yeah, you only need 1,000 subs in order to get monetized. After that, like, subs don't matter. YouTube shows your algorithm stuff. If you are good with SEOing shit, and it'll show your stuff to the right algorithms. So that's oh, you're monetized now with 500 subs. Well, this one only has 86 subs because I've not uploaded like anything to it. But I want to do that at some point. So do check it out right there. And thank you guys. Now they sub for sub. This is something I found also in like the hashtag writing community. And so if you go to Twitter, it's very similar to what he's saying with the sticker people with the sub for sub thing. And so you go to Twitter and you go hashtag writing community. And all these people are wannabe. They're like the sticker people of Twitter. And so they're trying to show their books. This guy's spamming on that. Like, stop spamming. Writing community. Have you been bullied online for a spelling mistake? I was a terrible speller in school, and people like Dr. Cat Day loved to belittle me for it. Oh my gosh, terrible. If you're one of my readers, blah, blah, blah. Writing community, romance readers. And they do these things called writers' lifts. Writers' lift. And it's the same thing. All writers in the writers community are called upon to self-promote in this shameless self-promo Wednesday. Today's writers lift. All participants shall be followed and retweeted. Remember, we all lift together. And so this guy is saying, he should lift some books. Follow and rotate the Hidden Emperor. Great sci-fi on Kickstarter now. And the intention of him posting this is not actually to care about projects, because none of these people actually buy projects. They don't read projects. They don't care about them. They want to get engagement and they want to get extra followers. And so they do these things called writers' lifts to try to get attention for themselves. And they end up like, here it is, like writers' lift, share your books. See, they all say share your books. They all have about the same amount of followers as they do people they follow. Here it is, help me write. I mean, it's just miserable, worthless people who have no good content that like are desperate to get some attention as a writer. And most of them are just like talking about how they are so tired and how hard writing is, things like that. It's really just like an insufferable thing. And so they trade often on these writers' lifts. They'll trade, I'll follow you if you follow me. And so they get that going over and over and over again. And that's exactly what this guy's talking about with the sticker people, like for their subs, like they're trading sub for sub. None of them are actually watching content. Like, so they don't actually, they're not interesting enough to hold people's attention and actually get people going for like their own content. So all they do is just do this kind of thing and try to build a quote community around shit. And it's really gay.
Fledgling channel and comment something like hashtag grow together.
Grow together. See, writers lift.
They will be like, hey, you might like my videos too, or something. Like they're trying to build their audience.
Hold on. Let me go comic artist pro secrets. Okay. Let's see. EVS versus, okay. So this is 2 days ago. Okay, so hold on. Hey, you might like my videos too. Let me see if that works. Let me see if this guy subscribes to me. Okay. All right. Thanks for the help on the sticker people
Welcome
stuff.
Back.
Okay.
Today I'm going to be talking.
Oh no, it's
on a Skype call.
Okay.
Big. Sticker people will watch your videos if you're like a new channel, a fledgling channel, and comment something like hashtag grow together, or they will be like, hey, you might like my videos too.
Yeah.
Or something. Like they're trying to build their audience by.
Yes, I know he's watching now. That's the joke. That's the joke. Wait, just some guy got demonetized? Ah! Wait, when was this? Hey, send me the info on this, John Douglas. Send it to me on Twitter, please. That's hilarious. That's really good. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Bringing in other new comic book YouTube channels to build their audience. The sticker people don't actually have people that watch their channels. They have.
It's in my news.
The only
so this happened today.
Watching them are other sticker people. So like, if you
Hold
go
on.
and watch
I can't do that. I'm going to do a separate just some guy's channel to dunk on him tomorrow. I've got too much content. And I got to get through the sticker people, because the sticker people is the mentality of the sticker people is the most important thing you're going to learn today. And we can't get off this topic. I can't get distracted. Okay.
People watching them are other sticker people. So like,
yes,
if you go and watch a sticker people live chat or a live stream, the only people in the chat are other sticker people, and they all watch each other's videos.
Yes. It's like a giant friend group. And Testify HD always said, like, if you're just going to do this and you're going to have 10 people on your panel and nobody watching, just do a freaking Discord call with your friends. If you just want to talk with your friends, don't pretend it's a show. Don't pretend it's something interesting content for people to watch. It's not. It is just you and your friends bullshitting about whatever stupid comic you're reading this week, and just let it happen. Just go, but don't do it as a live show, because it's not a good show. It's not interesting. It's really not. Yeah, do a book club. That's right. And so that's exactly what the sticker people do. And there's so many of these sticker people channels. It's just mind-boggling to me. It really is. And they all do the exact same thing over and over and over again, and it doesn't work. Oh, it's painful. It's painful to watch. And this guy just laid it out. And that's why I love this channel all of a sudden.
And they get mad at each other.
Yes.
For a couple different reasons. One, if one of the sticker people rise to like new heights, like,
yes,
somebody gets monetized, there's like jealousy inside the sticker people circle.
So this applies to every silo on the internet. Like, no matter what it is, this sort of thing exists, and the jealousy thing exists. The just like the flouncing, the backstabbing, like over stupid stuff on the internet. It's really mind-boggling, and this happens. And this is what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to make videos about this. I'm going to do a video about and here's how I'm going to I'm going to just talk about this drama here and say, look, comic book drama is just because comic book people just like can't help themselves. And it is a thing. Internet guy for $2 says Team Zack. Sticky seems like a low IQ tryhard. He is, and I like him. He definitely is, but I do like him. But this guy's not going against you, Boi Zack, but your Boi Zack does want to be a sticker person at the end of the day. I really think he wishes that he was like just like collecting like, key issues and talking about his comic book hobby, and didn't have this huge following, and that the mainstream would then like golf clap for him or something like that. I think that's the problem here. Personally, I think that mentality is real. And the sticker people, the thing about the sticker people is they all really want Marvel and DC Comics clout, right? And all these people want me, like they want, like, I don't know what it is. Like, they're aspiring writers. They all want to be like, hopefully Gail Simone will get them a job or something. Like, everybody has this mentality. And the mainstream industry at this point is a woke weirdo nightmare fest. Why do you want that? It just doesn't make any sense. Master Swag King, thank you for the $2 super chat. Being honest, comic book people are legit weirdos. Dude, I got in so much trouble for just saying that. I said they were retards. And I got, like, B.A. Turner just went nuts on. Now, speaking of low IQ tryhards, B.A. Turner's gotta be like if I was ranking low IQ tryhards, B.A. Turner like #1. And if you don't know who he is, don't worry about it. But if you do, you already know if you know who he is. But my gosh, it's painful. Lots of legit weirdos in comics, lots of legit weirdos. Like, and I wrote a blog the other day for Fandom Pulse about the San Diego Comic-Con. And if you guys don't know what happened at San Diego Comic-Con, there was a sex pest, a sex sting for human trafficking that went on at Comic-Con. Right? And 14 people got arrested. I mean, it's crazy. So a bunch of thirsty weirdo dudes decided to like pay for sex and stuff. And they got caught, and there was a sting for it, and they were arrested. And it was wild. And so I wrote in there, like, when you get a large group of like socially inept people together at the same time, like, weird things are bound to happen. And I got angry comments on it. How dare you call Comic-Con attendees socially inept people? It's like, but you are, bro. Sorry, not sorry, right? It's it's okay. Just be honest with yourself. I'm not judging. I am, but Claudia C8, thank you for being a channel member for 23 months. Really appreciate it. What do you think this is, Dragon Con? Dragon Con is a degeneracy fest. You don't even get me started on that. It is crazy there. My gosh, what happens at Dragon Con stays at Dragon Con, I hope. Crazy.
And if somebody gets, 2,000 subscribers, 3,000 subscribers, they're like the leader of the sticker people. Like,
yes,
I think the leader of them, I think he's got like 4,000 subscribers, and he'll like let you know that he's the leader because he's like the smart one. Like, he's the one that's
Donald DeLay got mad at me on that too. Donald DeLay, he's a weirdo too. Donald DeLay literally like was in an open relationship had a wife with a wife's boyfriend situation, like the memes. A very, very weird dude. So yeah, he exemplifies exactly what I was talking about.
Well, he's like the leader of the pack. But nobody will ever admit that he's the leader. That's totally against the sticker people ideology. But another thing the sticker
That's a
people
big
do,
thing. All these people are like, they want to have a movement kind of, but they want it to be a leaderless movement. And if somebody actually comes out and is like, okay, I'm going to try to lead this movement, they get mad about it. They get super mad about it. Oh, look, I told this guy, I saw his channel. I saw it had 200,000 subs. I said, hey, you might like my videos too. And I got a shout out. Look at this. Look at this, guys. That's exactly, it worked. Good stuff. Thank you for shouting me out.
do is they have their own award show. And this is like the
Oh yes, the sticker people have their own award show. And do you remember there was an award show that was done? I think it was like because there's sticker people around our circles too. I think who did the award show where they gave John Malin like an award for like best writer of the year or something like that. It was so retarded. John Malin can't write worth shit. But where was this? I think I commented with a screenshot of it on one of Student of God's posts here. But where was this? Oh, here. Yeah. So it was an award show, and who did it? I don't remember. I don't even know who these people are. Can somebody tell me who these people are? They're sticker people, 100%. They're the sticker people surrounding, orbiting these circles. But here it is. This was their they gave their own awards. You can see these awards only had like 20 people voting in it. Yeah. John Malin, way better writer than that Chuck Dixon asshole. Or Mike Barron. Yeah, what a joke. And you could tell it's just about like people trying to gain clout with the other bigger YouTubers. And that's why they were voting on it. That's what sticker people are. I don't know who these people are. So, Team Malin. There you go. But yes, they have their own award shows, like of that nobody watches. It's crazy.
Cream of the crop right here. Like, they have an award show where they give each other awards. Like the sticker people give other sticker people awards.
Oh God.
And then they vote amongst themselves.
Yes.
And then they tell each other who they're voting for. And then they have a like one of the kings of the sticker people like make like this award show, and then he mails out these trophies to different people saying that like I'm the best sticker person that has less than 1,000 subscribers. Like,
yes,
I'm the sticker person that makes the best collecting content or something. I don't know. They have all these genres or
you don't get a shout out, Larry. Get back to work.
Awards.
Oh, Mike, the sticker people are people who like make these YouTube channels where they do these lives. All they do with their channels is these live streams over and over and over again, where it's like 10 people on a screen and there's only like 2 people in the chat, and they're all talking about their hobbies and shit. Like it's a Zoom call, like of their friends during COVID, rather than actually trying to present a show that's fun for people. And so it's just insufferable content, and all they do is watch each other. And that's the whole deal, right? That's it. It's like a little circle jerk. And the reason they're called sticker people is because they make their own like brands. And so they put stickers up on their walls behind them of their friends' channels like this. And so that's the deal. Like Liam. Yeah, Liam's a great example of a sticker person, for sure. And he really wants to talk about his like, Transformers toys and shit like that. To 5 people, and then complains that only 5 people watch. Like that's exactly the attitude of what this was. And you see it all the time. Testify used to call them the fandom rejects, if you guys remember the Testify HD days. So there were a ton of them when the Fandom Menace was a thing. Back to the lore. The Fandom Menace had all of these like orbiter channels where 5 people would watch, and yet they were all trying to pretend like they were geeks and gamers, right? And pretend like LARP, like they were very important. And so that's exactly what this guy's making fun of right here. And so he was making fun of some sticker people comic book channels, which are not in our circles. Like these are random, like there's other silos of drama in comic book fandom. And this is comic book collecting YouTube drama fandom right here. And there's all these channels like that are comic book collecting random channels, and there's like rejects in those that like do this same sort of thing too. And he made a video making fun of them, and somebody struck his channel, and that's why we're watching this, because this is fascinating.
I mean, only thing I can describe that is like masturbatory,
yes.
Like where they
they're like the initiative like retards. Yes, actual fandom. So those are the left-wing sticker people, right? Actual fandom, organized chaos. They just talk about their shit over and over again, and they are sticker people. Also, shout out to sticker. God, you're gonna kill me. This is hilarious. Oh, Jesse Milestone clones. Yes. Now there are rainbow people are different than sticker people, but there are rainbow people sticker people also. Don't worry about it. Friday Night Tights won't accept me no matter how much I don't really fawn over Friday Night Tights and all them so much, bro. But hey, you do you. Make up your head canon.
Each other on the back. I've never seen anything quite like that. It's so sad that they can't build audiences with actual like interesting or engaging content that anybody wants to watch other than other sticker people, that they have to give each other awards because they can't grow their own channel in any way.
Right.
Now the sticker people will take they'll take a bite, you know what I mean? Like one thing the sticker people will do is they will they'll act like they're better than you because they are a sticker person and they have friends that are other sticker people. That's one thing that they'll use. You know, they'll say that they're against drama or they're against bullying.
Yes.
But like some of the sticker people's entire channel is like shit talking other sticker people. But it's like amazing. Okay because they're like friends with each other.
Yes.
Like the sticker people rationale is like going to like the DNC and like trying to listen to, you know, those speakers and like trying to rationalize it. Like
And then I was like, so I was watching this video like after I found this drama from Gem Mint, and I was like, and then he talks about the DNC like just being completely irrational. I'm like, wow, this guy's based. This is my favorite guy now. Absolutely true. Frog Tony, total sticker person. Well, Frog Tony's actually he's not, because he actually has interesting content that like draws people's attention. He was originally a sticker person, and then he found he could just like make a cottage industry out of shitting on Eric July. And so he got out of sticker person kind of jail, and he has this like anti-Eric July, like derp, 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 derp going on. Really funny on Frog Tony. I went into the chat yesterday in Frog Tony and just said hi, as one does. And like most of his chat actually really liked me. And most people were interacting, talking about they like Deus Vult, my book. They like Overmind. They like Top Grift. And I was like, oh, thank you guys. I got a couple angry people because Frog Tony's like, gone out for me because, he puts me on Team Eric July or whatever, like everybody does, right? And so he started timing me out because he got so mad that like his chat was liking me. And that was so funny that he couldn't even handle me just talking and having his chat like me. I just loved it. Timed me out like a little bitch because he couldn't handle it. Hilarious stuff. Frog Tony's voting for Kamala. Probably true. Yeah, it would make sense. That guy's he was a sticker person with 8 people watching the chat. If he didn't have Eric July, he wouldn't have any content. Bottom line.
The sticker people are like the Olympics opening games, like the opening ceremonies before the games, where like the real content creators, like the guys with 100,000, 50,000 subscribers, like they're going to go do their thing. And then the sticker people are having like the Last Supper of people in drag. Like that's like, that's like the difference. Like that's the
John, who are you voting for? Is that even a question? Is this a real question? Like, is this do people not know? Oh yeah, I feel better now. That just feels good. Yeah, this is a great analogy. Like the people who are these fat weirdos who set up this like fake Last Supper, to put their weird drag show agenda, attack Christians, just like they want that attention so badly, and yet they have no talent. And then there's like the real people with real talent in the Olympic Games, are there. And they're called athletes. And so those people like are just making their own little show for themselves that nobody wanted, nobody asked for. And that's the sticker people. It's a good analogy. Good analogy.
That's the best way I can describe it for like a more modern comparison. The big problem, and I really
this is great. So this is some information. So the sticker people is collecting with Durs. The guy that calls himself Durs on the internet. That's not a good idea. He's the dude who reported him for bullying. Sticky's pretty funny. I like him. I'm going to look at collecting for Durs after this. That's interesting. So that's the guy who reported this guy's channel. That guy's the Liam of this cottage comic silo. Comics for Durs. Or collecting for Durs. Collecting with Durs.
Kind of wrestled with whether I was going to make a sticker people video or not is because the sticker people watch my videos. Now, most of them don't like it.
Yes, my sticker people watch my videos too. And hello, hi sticker people. Yes.
If not all of them. But they watch and they know all the lore. They know all the things I've talked about. They're probably watching this video now, and they might continue to watch. They hate watch. They
Yes.
I don't know. I guess
Great.
they're just angry and they want to get triggered.
The ultimate sticker people in our circles. You know who it is. Who do you think? Guys, type in the chat. Who do you think is going to be, who's the number one sticker person in our circles that like has no talent, no charisma, nothing, no followers, can't even get monetized, like just hate watches, just is angry all the time? Yes, it's me. That's right. I was calling out myself. Thank you. Who is it? Larry Niobe. Larry Niobe is a good one. Yep, me. We got 2 of me. Good job. Thank you. Yes. Oh no. Oh, somebody finally got it. This is the absolute winner. The winner of all people of our poll. The first person, Vicky and Dean, the ultimate sticker people. And they have their whole little like circle jerk network of their little orbiters who like are all crazy people. 100%. Yes, Vicky and Dean. Yes. The worst.
Possibly. I don't know. Like this to delve into the sticker people mind is like delving into like the Borg, like from Star Trek, where
I love this guy. This is so good.
Hive mind where
so good.
You can't go too far. Like this sticker people will bring you back down into their clutches. If somebody does something well, they'll bring you back down. Like this, that's the key to the sticker people is, they all bottom dwell together. I hate that I have to do this. I hate that I can't name drop. I can't show these pictures. I'm afraid to even show their stickers. Like, because these are the people that cancel. These are the people that, if they don't like what you say or how you act or how you speak or how you look, they will cancel you. They act inclusive, because, they embrace other sticker people. But if you don't acknowledge the sticker people, that's a problem. That's one of the biggest things about it is they're craving acknowledgement. They want attention so desperately. They want it so badly, but they can't get it and they don't know how. And they don't realize that they're not interesting. They're not funny. They're not engaging. They're not creative. They're just sticker people.
They're just
guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Thank you for enlightening me on sticker people. Now, apparently this guy got his channel struck by collecting with Deary. Is it Deary or Durr? Is this the guy? I don't see a collective with Durs. Was that I thought that was the guy's name. Oh well. I guess that's not who he got struck by. Too bad. I was so excited to find this guy. With Durs? Oh, Durs. Is this the guy? Oh, here, Durs with a Z. Durs. So this guy got mad at the sticker people guy video and struck his channel. Let me see, like, collectors, there's 3,000 subs. New comic book unboxing. Okay, let's see collecting with Durs. He strikes channels.
My favorite thing about getting new comics in is having all these comics still to read. So let's unbox new comics and come kick it.
Oh God, this is painful. No. Okay. Oh no, I'm gonna get in trouble. I can't do this because he's gonna strike my channel. I don't want to deal with that. That's collecting with Durs. Okay. The sticker people of all sticker people. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. All right, guys, we are here because I have a new graphic novel out. It's called The Hidden Emperor, and I wanted to get this in front of you guys because we are really close to $30,000 now. This is a sequel to my 2022 Overmind, which was my biggest campaign yet. It was 33,000 and change. You guys came in really hard on that one, and you loved it. We got such great reviews on Overmind. It's just been absolutely killing it. I just found out that this is doing better than like Bloodshot by Valiant. Like Bloodshot's a huge character. Did a movie of it, and I've got a bigger campaign going than them for that. So absolutely wild. So thank you guys for all the support so far. Now I'm building a giant science fiction universe out of this, which is a lot of fun. And with this, we're making a Space Marine comic. We've got novels. We've got tons of stuff coming out. And it's all dovetailing from here. You can read this as its own standalone. Of course, the full book packages on here if you guys want to grab the complete Ayla Wren stories. But if you enjoy Star Wars, if you enjoy Warhammer 40K, if you want to bring it back, this is the place to go, and this is the place to check out right now. So please, let's get us to 30K. What's going to happen at 30K is I have Mike Barron, the legendary Mike Barron. I showed off my Nexus comic earlier for a reason, because he is joining us, and he's going to be writing a short Ayla Wren comic, which is going to be attached to the back of this book right here. So Mike Barron himself, the legend, is going to be joining us on this and in our book here. Now, we've already unlocked Blaine Pardo from BattleTech, like another science fiction legend, is doing a short story for us as well. I'm pulling out the stops to like create the best science fiction universe you've seen ever. And that's what we're attempting to do right here. So this is a great place to get in. Everything's going to dovetail out from here. We're going to have multiple lines of comics coming out, Space Marine comics. I'm probably going to do one with the Emperor of Mankind because that's a lot of fun. And I want to just compete with Warhammer 40K and just do it better. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming. This comic is fantastic as well. The Hidden Emperor is, I'll show you. This is it.
Separatists have replaced the Emperor of the Terran Imperium with a clone. In exchange for the real Emperor's life, Special Agent Ayla Wren must deliver a weapon capable of destroying a planet into the hands of the Twisted Scorpio Alliance, who are holding the Emperor captive. Can Ayla Wren save the Emperor and keep this weapon from being used? Find out in The Hidden Emperor, a 64-page graphic novel by Ms. Crimson and John Delarose, the hit creative team behind Overmind.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to just keep shilling my comic as long as you're going to keep complaining about it. Back the comic, and then I'll get to your boy Zach. How about that? That's fair. Yeah, but no, we're here to sell the comics. And Zach's there to sell his comics too. So you shouldn't complain about people trying to get their art in front of other folk. This is what we're all here to do. And it's the good stuff. Now, Zach attacked me today. And this is it. And it's he did a passive aggressive kind of going at me sort of thing. And it was in his new video today. And let's go to comics. Oh, Liam's live.
I've just been a nerd.
Speaking of sticker
I'm
people.
about to go. Just dragging this out for as long as
Hi,
I can
Liam.
to get my view time in. So I do have to go feed the cattle and
What's
stuff
he doing?
in 2 minutes. So let's get through the chat.
He's
Hargrave,
downloading.
my friend, it's good to see you here.
He's downloading
I hope
his
that you
book
have
that
been well.
never came. Oh gosh.
It's one of those things where his
Okay.
memory lapsed.
All
and
right.
he posted
Comics
it years
matter.
ago. No,
I
it's
don't know.
there. I found it.
I don't know who's a bigger lol cow at this juncture, guys. Here we are. Vito, hello. Good to see you, friend. All right. So your boy Zach's been on a massive spiral, right? I don't know why he's copying 27 gigabytes of files. I can't. That guy's out of control. Out of control. But he makes me laugh. He really does. So there it is. All right. So this guy's been on a downward spiral for some time. And I saw this stupid fucking video he made the other day, which was a reaction to my video. And my video I made was making fun of the fact that they've race swapped Black Cat in Marvel Comics. That's the main deal. They came out with an Ultimate Spider-Man book, and the new Ultimate Spider-Man book is doing this now. And I tried to warn everybody, Marvel is not your friend. Marvel is a woke nightmare. They're not suddenly seeing the light. They're not suddenly going to give you what you want. X-Men 97, bros. The consumers drive me crazy. I got attacked so hard. I think over X-Men 97. I think that was that was not my biggest cancellation this year. My biggest cancellation this year was I said Superman is an inherently right-wing character, and woke comics Twitter went ballistic. But with this too, with X-Men 97, everybody was like, "Oh, it's so good. It's so well written. It's X-Men 90. They've got Wolverine. They've got Cyclops. Remember Cyclops? Remember." And all the consumers got really mad at me about that because I pointed out, hey guys, like they made Wolverine and Morph gay. Like they have like Morph staring at Wolverine in the shower, saying stuff, and I'm like, these people, look, they might not just go out there and be like, hello, I am LGBTQ community, like they've done it in other movies. But just because like it's kind of there as a subtle background thing doesn't mean it's not there. And it is there. So Ultimate Spider-Man was the ultimate bait and switch, right? Yeah. X-Men 97 was written by a gay OnlyFans whore who was there to put his gay black experience into the book, into the TV show, right? That's exactly what that whole entire show was. That's the whole point. And nobody watched it except for a few consumers. So with this, I'm painting a picture for you guys that Marvel and DC hate you. And no matter what, no matter how like their sales are in the tank, they're doing terrible. The comic industry is in worse shape than ever. They have their one bright spot. Ultimate Spider-Man's going to save them. Jonathan Hickman's going to come out here. He's going to put Peter Parker in a married relationship with Mary Jane, just like you've always wanted, but they refuse to do on the main line just to piss you off. They tease it from time to time, and then they go, oh, never mind. Mary Jane's going to be with this like Matt Walsh guy from another dimension with weird black kids, right? And that's what that's how what Marvel like thinks you're so dumb that you're just going to buy it anyway because it says Amazing Spider-Man, right? They can't produce a good book anymore, and so they always revert back to this shit 100% of the time. And so this came out. We're 10 issues in. Usually the woke nonsense starts at issue 3 or 4. They try to bait you for the first couple, and then they give up. And I was baiting everybody for a bit, but I guess I'm going to give up and let people in the show.
But the student waits while the master baits.
Wait, what?
From History of the World.
Okay.
You were talking about baiting and stuff.
Oh yeah, so they bait and switch you, and so now they've made Black Cat black, right? And so this is the new woke nonsense that is totally not woke. I got blasted for saying this is crazy that they're doing this in Ultimate Spider-Man. Why do you? Hi, John.
Hello.
I got attacked hard for this. So, like, I'm just like they're making it woke. And most of the comments have been, this is an alternate universe, so it's not the regular Black Cat, so it's totally okay that it's a black cat because it's an alternate variant of Black Cat. So I like it anyway, and actually she's beautiful. Why are you afraid of a beautiful black woman? That's the type of comments I got on this. It was like, oh,
it's a race swap. Just tell them
it's a race swap. It's a race swap, and they are trying to.
They didn't even keep the costume though.
Yeah. I mean, they just made a generic
leotard,
black leotard. Yeah,
it's literally a leotard with a mask.
It's really terrible.
She's got some like watch on
and running
like
mascara
wristband there on her left wrist.
So what Black Cat used to look like? Let's look at was this? Okay, yeah. Now Black Cat is
black.
Dad. Okay, race swap. Okay. It's a bad thing. They're doing it with everything in comics. And this is why we're pushing back. This is why we are literally making a redhead superhero that I want you to back and buy right now on Kickstarter, my friends. Because we're fighting back against the blackifying of all the characters by putting a new redhead who's not going to get blackified. Maybe she will.
She will.
In the next volume.
Eventually.
In the next volume? Yeah.
Actually, that would be a funny freaking story arc.
I'm thinking about it, but I don't think I want to do it with my main character. I think I had. No,
you remember the Superman issue where Lois Lane got turned into a black woman?
I know. Yes, I do. I'm aware of it. We've made this joke several times on the stream. But yes. Oh God. So this is where they're at. This is what Marvel Comics does every single time. And again, this is why we make alternatives to this stuff. Now, your boy Zach decided to make a video, and instead of just like going to my video on it, which I know he watched. Hi, Zach. You're a sticker person, Zach. You're watching my video. You're hate watching my videos, sticker person, Zach. What do you think about the sticker people, John and Mike?
They should probably find better things to do with their time.
You get so many more views now than Zach does.
I get a lot more views than Zach does. This is true. Yeah, this is we can show the
you know why comics matter with your boy John.
Comics matter. Comics don't matter with your boy John. That's what I'd say. View channel stats. Wait, why is my stat thing not showing up? Oh, sign into TubeDev, buddy. Hold on, I don't want to dox things. Hold on, let me do this. Okay.
While you're doing that, he's chosen to basically create a vacuum for criticism of Marvel and DC.
And so I'm doing it. Yeah.
So you're filling it. I mean, that's exactly what's happening. I mean, he is literally abandoning what he used to do.
You've selected the wrong channel? What do you mean I've selected the wrong channel? Am I not logged in on the right channel here? What's going on?
Are you on your comics channel?
No, I'm on my main channel. Why is it not working? $J. Okay.
That is correct, Drake. Oh, and dude, I got stickers made of my channel logo. How cool are these?
You've selected the wrong channel. Okay, so TubeBuddy's not working. So view channel stats. Okay, so I can just tell you what the stats are of. Are you making stickers, Mike?
He's literally becoming a sticker person.
Mike's becoming a sticker person live on the air.
Ban him.
Terrible.
Kick him.
All right, so Zach over the last month has 290,000 views. I have 1 million views over the last month.
Wow.
Okay? So my channel is doing 3 1/3 times the views of your boy Zach at this point. And so thank you guys for watching, by the way. Appreciate it. That's all because of you. And I understand what you guys are looking for, which is the news in pop culture as it pertains to these woke assholes destroying it. And I'm going to call them out, and I'm going to mock them, and I'm going to shame them. And that's what we're here for. That's why we're fighting the culture war to do this. And that's why Zach is going down. He's not doing that anymore. If you look at this,
so this experiment of yours is working.
Yeah, correct. Now I'm doing it on my comic channel. So I moved comics off of my channel because nobody's watching comic content.
Which is why Zach doesn't.
Partially. So, but my comic channel, now I've replicated the same format just with comics over there only, is starting to go gangbusters over there as well, which is pretty fun. But Zach,
but I because you experimented with this live stream where you didn't launch your other videos yet today, right?
Correct.
And you're at 308.
Yeah, so it looks like people were not seeing the live stream notifications because I already had videos queued, right? And so I didn't do that today.
Nice.
Now your boy Zach has been going against everybody who made him a success and everybody who kind of built their channels very similarly to him and just attacking them relentlessly lately. And it started, somebody in the chat already mentioned, with the Furiosa movie. That is the hill he wanted to die on, was Furiosa. If there's one hill to die on, it's Furiosa's a good movie, damn it. I didn't see it, so I don't know.
I enjoyed Furiosa.
You did? Okay. Well, Michael die on that hill too.
It wasn't as good as Mad Max,
ridiculous.
but I'm not one of these people who's like, they're replacing Max. I'm like,
yeah,
you can do a movie in the same universe about a different character.
But it kind of is a replacement. So
they should have done.
There's pattern recognition. There's all this. I mean, you have to take in all the context of what's been happening in Hollywood for the past decade plus.
I know, but I don't do that. I take into the fact that it was George Miller. George Miller did what he wanted to do, and he was doing exactly what we've all been telling people to do, like make your own characters and blah blah blah. George Miller does all that stuff. He doesn't produce as good a movie as Mad Max, but
so here's the videos he's doing.
There's more to it than that, though. Too. I mean, Furiosa was obviously a character that was introduced in the last Mad Max film, and I don't think people were really that interested in the character.
So what's interesting is 5 days ago, 5 days ago, your boy Zach makes multiple videos calling Gail Simone a terrible person, criticizing that they hired Gail Simone, saying all this stuff so he's literally out there drumming up drama, attacking somebody over what would he call it? A kid's book, X-Men, which like why would you even care about that as a 40-year-old man, according to Zach? So he literally built. Yeah, I mean, this is you haven't seen his community posts. So he's out here going off on Gail Simone, doing the exact same thing, and then he criticizing the comic, which, by the way, criticize away. It's your right. But if you look at like his community posts as he does this, he tells people to point and laugh over people talking about Snow White looking like crap. And he says that like grown men shouldn't be criticizing the Snow White action or live action movie. As he's doing that literally 5 days after he does this about Gail Simone. Point and laugh. Look at this. This is the second post of him doing this. Man-shaped non-men won't let it go because 2 or 3 awkward statements by a 19-year-old girl at a press junket. So Rachel Zegler's weird SJW woke stuff that's terrible and anti-white and pushing the feminism crap.
It wasn't just weird, awkward statements. He was literally saying that they weren't making Snow White. They were making a completely different movie based on feminism.
Correct. And what is Gail Simone doing with comics? Making completely different characters based on feminism. It's the exact same thing. So why is it fine for him to make a video going Gail Simone's a bad person, but it's a point and laugh at Ryan Kinnell for making a video saying Snow White is a bad movie and Rachel Zegler's a bad person? You see this, how crazy this is.
None of it makes sense.
He's spiraling.
It's like he's schizophrenic.
Yes. Very weird. And so if you go back his community
he has no self-awareness.
No, yeah, well, I don't know. Tipping a man for talking to you isn't gay if you're both Republicans. Please send super chats. So he's crapping on super chats. Zach, by the way, people, I want to tell you right now, bro, the people that buy Jawbreakers and that buy all your books you bought over the years, who spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on you, weren't buying your books because they just thought they were fantastic comic books that, gosh golly, I just want a comic book. They were buying it to support you as your YouTube merch for the most part. And it was basically a tip for you because you were, going out there and taking slings and arrows against the mainstream comic book industry.
True.
That's it. So you're calling your own freaking backers gay. That's what he's doing right here.
If I'm correct,
yeah, that's your job, John.
It's my job. You
gay.
Yeah, they're gay.
He also used to have a comic handle called "Make Comics Great Again."
He did. That's correct. CG Ninja, thank you for the 199. Real men should fight the brainwashing of our kids. 100%. There's nothing more important than this. There's nothing more important than making sure your kids don't watch this crap and don't get brainwashed by this, because you don't want your young boys out there like putting on dresses and saying that they're going to get hormone therapy and not going to tell you about it because the state of California doesn't allow them to tell you about it if they go into the doctor. I mean, it's nuts.
You don't let your kids go to public school.
That's also true.
They have special
needs
and they have to
let your kids go to public school. Oh my gosh, pisses me off. It's crazy. This guy's just like on a major tear. I know you guys, but you can't see Snow White because the lead actress hurt my feelings in 2022. He just made a video saying Gail Simone is a terrible person. Okay. Now, has Zach ever hung out with Gail Simone in person? Does he know anything about her personal life? Well, he just knows how she is online and knows her little online persona about politics.
Just creating straw men to attack people.
That's it. It's retarded. Crazy. This whole tab just keeps going. Dumbed down 2018 talking points seem to be popular with normies who just found out about SJWs last year. I need to take out a large...
So they're talking about you're a white effing male. It wasn't made for you. You're a male. Snow White was not made for you.
That's a good point.
I've never seen.
Sure, but you just talked about your daughter liking Furiosa, so I can
but I'm saying as a child,
things that I want to see my daughter.
Snow White is a freaking a little girl fantasy story. It's not freaking Mad Max.
But sure,
but no, that's my point. Is
I do have a daughter.
Even as a kid, have you guys seen Snow White other than like having to watch it with a female child?
I went on the Disney ride with a female child, but
yeah, but it's like it's never appealed to me as a boy my entire life. I've never watched
that's
the
true.
movie. It's like who?
No,
it's like
that's
Barbie.
true.
It's
Good point, but it doesn't matter. Point and laugh.
Sure, but I mean, you just made the
so
point
he's
that you
just
shouldn't send your kids to
railing
public
on this
school.
stuff.
Like, it's the same point. Like, I don't want my kids going to see a feminist version of Snow White.
There's nothing normal about a bunch of middle-aged men obsessively hating an actress for years. Let's do it in an Australian accent because this sounds better. There's nothing normal about a bunch of middle-aged men obsessively hating an actress for years over a handful of gaffes she made when she was 19 years old. Consider, just for a moment, how deeply odd this behavior is, and then marvel about the audacity of these men wanting to be tipped for gang-stalking a woman who is half their age. Okay, hold on. Let me go to Zach's channel, Heather Antos. Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm still going. This is not, we're still going. Heather Antos. This is what you start. Okay. Okay, Zach. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So wild. I just like his whole community tab, and he's using it like he's rage posting on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because he's not on
using
Twitter.
it like Twitter.
Yeah.
This is how he used to post on Twitter.
Because he's not on Twitter.
Yeah. And
maybe since Trump's back, he'll come back.
And
oh my gosh.
Here he is criticizing Gail Simone's dialogue. As he does this too. Really crazy.
No, John,
really
you brought
crazy.
up Trump. Have you seen how many freaking views Trump's gotten so far? Just like in the first 24 hours of being back on Twitter.
Trump's back on
Twitter
Twitter
already, but it's probably more. Now.
No, his total. Like counted all the posts that he made yesterday, like last night. It was over a 250 million views just from like 8 o'clock in the morning until midnight.
I was probably going to say it's probably close to 1 billion now.
Probably.
So pretty wild this is going on right here. And yeah, I watched the Twitter space last night. There were 1.2 million people live when I was watching that. Crazy. So now he's attacking everybody who's anti-SJW. Point and laugh, the proper reaction of middle-aged men upset about a live action. Right after he's going, attacking Gail Simone. And then he actually said the gender-swapped penguin was totally great and fine, and that the show's great. Very weird. Very weird.
I mean, I know he's always had bad movie and television opinions, but he's usually been against race swapping and all of that
and
stuff.
Gender swapping.
But you did say that I think you informed me of this. He has a video now where he's like, it's okay to race swap it sometimes.
Yeah. Not
anymore. Also who is it? The dude that did the penguin. I'm drawing a blank. The director. Bruce Timm. Hey, he actually posts that Batman had terrible villains. I'm like,
he literally created Harley Quinn for the animated show back in the 80s.
I know, but you have Catwoman, you have freaking Poison Ivy. Yeah, you got Harley Quinn.
That's the deal. Mike didn't say this very well for the audience to understand this, but the guy who's running this show said that Batman didn't have good enough female villains and not enough good villains to use, so that's why he had to make a female penguin. And he said as soon as he came up with the idea of making penguin female, story ideas just flooded out of him. It's like, what? This is insane.
He literally created Harley Quinn with Paul Dini for the show in the 80s, though,
I know. Absolutely crazy.
But Batman has the best rogues gallery in comicdom.
Correct.
That's why Batman's such a great character. Because a hero is only as good as his villains, and he's got the best villains, which makes him so popular as a character. Can you imagine Batman if he had a bunch of also ran villains? Nobody would care. Nobody would care.
But this is
he literally created Harley Quinn. He literally created Harley Quinn in the original show.
Yeah, same guy.
And he's saying he couldn't do it for this one. He had to create a female penguin.
Also ran. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Hold on. I'm sure there's even ones that hold on. You got Talia al Ghul, who's fantastic, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Lady Shiva. You could use Lady Shiva. You could use Lady Clay exists already too. Gosh, they even made Punchline recently. Punchline's another Harley Quinn kind of knockoff that everybody liked for a bit.
Poison Ivy.
Of course, Poison Ivy. I'm just trying to think of other ones that are just not used that much. And that way he can like think a little more. I don't know. Madame Zodiac, you remember her? Nocturna. There's a lot. But oh well. They just have to. The gender swap is obviously an agenda thing. It's obviously an agenda thing all the time. And they made the penguin look trans is really what happened. That's really
they should have just created a new female boss who's like a crazy psychopath in the vein of Black Mask.
Right.
Except that it's a feminist or something like that. I mean, when I'm saying vein of Black Mask, I'm talking about the because he runs like a perfume company or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
Right? So
it's insane.
Imagine if you did something like a Kathleen Kennedy type villain. Like
Zach after all this like spiraling for a week, and by the way, he's been losing an average of about 33 subs a day, and just his channel's collapsing, absolutely collapsing. We are going to have I hopefully I'll have more subs in him by this time next year, but we're getting close to 30,000 by the way, so smash the like and subscribe button if you're here, by the way, and you've not done that yet. I would appreciate that. But he posted yesterday, which he doesn't pull up my video because he's too passive aggressive to pull up my video. But he pulls up a Reddit post of a like woke comics person pulling up my video and then making fun of my video. Is that one? Friends don't let friends use Reddit. I mean, come on. What's going on here? Number two,
I do use Reddit, but it's mainly for research. It's for research.
Yeah, sure.
There's lots of video game news there.
They always say it's for research when they pull up those tabs on screens, John Trent. That's what happens.
I think I got banned from Reddit.
Yeah, I'm banned from Reddit. So, of course. So this one is right here. Straight up racism. They say about my video. Another day, another race swap brings out.
It's actually true. It is straight up racism that they race swapped.
This person's trying to say I'm racist for noticing that they race swapped it.
No, and they're right though. They're right that that race swapping Black Cat is racist.
It is. It's racist against white people. Yeah, and that's the point. Like they're doing it again. It's another woke nightmare. They've destroyed Ultimate Spider-Man already by just like throwing this right in your faces. And that was fast. That was less than a year worth of issues. Imagine that. And so they're saying it's crazy.
Was there not already a Black Cat in that universe, or is this her first introduction?
This is a new universe. He rebooted it again, so it's a new universe again. Yeah, of course. So you just got shouted out by your good friend Ethan Van Sciver. So
you know how they go. Miles Morales, he was in the Ultimate Universe too, right? He's not there anymore.
Yeah. That was the first one. Well, Miles Morales was really one of the early ones, right? Not the first.
Nick Fury.
But Nick Fury was the first. But this is what they do. It's been over and over and over again making these characters into black people or black women, strange women, whatever it is. And it's just so tired at this point. And we're supposed to just not notice it.
Race swap Mary Jane instead because she's a redhead.
They did Zendaya in the.
They did in the movies. I'm talking about in this.
Well,
Just you wait.
I mean,
although
who knows?
She's
It'll be
MJ, but she's not supposed to technically be Mary Jane.
Oh, you know,
no, she's Mary Jane. Kevin Feige like spilled the beans on that.
And then here's the other thing with Mary Jane. They've turned Mary Jane into a superhero now called Jackpot, so that she doesn't need Peter to save her. Then that's what they've done with her. So they've subverted every character. It's stupid. Yes, I know.
Sounds like a villain.
They took the name from her saying you hit the jackpot.
Yeah, and then made her Jackpot. Yeah.
I think there was already a character named Jackpot, and she's just using that name now, though.
So they called her Crackpot.
I actually got a lot of flack just for pointing this out. And let me go to my video on this because once Reddit hit
seriously thought Mark
you can see like the comments start to like get crazy. This one's pretty good. She'll probably be Felicia's lesbian lover because she's exclusively gay now. Yeah, see, they made Black Cat in the main universe bisexual, of course, right? Because yeah, I know it's painful. That's already been done. So the character's already ruined.
Wait, she's not into Pierre anymore?
No, she's got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
This is why I don't read any of this crap anymore.
Yeah, that's why you can't read any of this crap.
Seriously.
So here we are getting mad over a drawing is so miserable. That must be your boy Zach's alt right there.
It's so dishonest because that's not what you're getting mad at.
And look at these little Marvel simps. Look, as long as she's a different character and written well, I have no issues with that. Oh, please clap. Yes.
She's not a different character. Her name is literally Black Cat.
Right. It's not ugly, just not what we are used to. Okay. Oh my gosh. I used to love the multiverse.
At least she doesn't look like the Concorde tank. I guess that's like some,
yeah, right.
Some optimism there.
At least they didn't make her look like a boy, right?
Mike's like, what are you even talking about? There's a video game called Concorde, and one of the characters is this like enormous like tank character.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like a really fat black woman. Yeah.
Why is the new Black Cat a problem? I feel like we're just angry at nothing. Look at the gaslighting there. Yeah. Jeez. I'm happy she's traditionally attractive and able-bodied.
I mean, that's where we're at, though, right?
That's the bar. This is the bar now. The bar just got lower, everybody.
Well, no, because the other Spider-Man was a freaking crippled dude or chick or lesbian. I don't know what they were.
Oh, dude, look at all the Captain Americas they did. There's like the hobo one.
I know.
The crippled one.
Painful.
It's like DI Captain America for every. It's the Oprah meme. You're Captain America. You're Captain America. You're all Captain America.
There are a subset of Marvel simps who are so simpy for Marvel that they'll just go along with this. It's weird. Blast Radius, thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate it, bro. Zach is a retard and a hypocrite. He cries about Marvel's wokeness 24/7, but when someone complains about similar things elsewhere, he calls them crybabies. Absolutely true. It's so hypocritical and that's why he's losing so many subs. And by the way, he's doing the whole like, I'm losing subs and it's a good thing because I'm losing the bad people. Like he's doing that kind of passive aggressive cope too with it. It's really tragic. Really is. I don't know what happened to the guy.
Well, there's a silver lining in that.
What? That they're going to come sub to my channel?
No, getting rid of people you don't want in your audience.
Yeah, I want everybody to be.
But I deleted my entire freaking Twitter to get rid of a certain group of people.
I want everybody to be I love everybody. I would love for even I want Patrick S. Tomlinson to be my audience.
It's true. We want them to. We want them to become part of the body of Christ.
Yeah. No, I am on that page 100%, John, for real. So joking aside.
Hard. I mean, it's really hard to realize that, but I mean, that's what I want. I struggle with that. On a daily basis, especially when someone's like coming at you. Oh,
and here we are. Here's this one. Here's this Marvel simp. The ultimate line. Oh, what a great comment. Yeah, that's actually, I'll get to that in a second. The ultimate line was always meant to give modern creators the license to experiment and play in the sandbox. I don't think anybody should be surprised with an all Japanese X-Men. It's an all Japanese X-women, by the way. They replaced the X-Men with high school girl counterparts in like a manga style. It's weird.
Why are they called X-Men?
Because they're no longer men.
Because they're no longer men. Yeah, that's good. Good point, Mike. It's ridiculous. Here's the silver lining. Great literature is interchangeable. Wait, what? No, it's not.
What?
I've watched Shakespeare plays with a multicultural cast. It never bothered me because the story is timeless. If Hickman can continue to write the title well, it'll be fine. Oh, please clap again. Yes. I like your point. Did Halle Berry get paid for this? Because it does look exactly like Halle Berry Catwoman. Like it just knocked it off.
You just gotta tear apart some of her suit, right?
Yeah.
Some people outside.
Oh my gosh. I don't understand why they're trying to make America's Chavez happen. This is about my video because my video points out this is not just it in the ultimate. Like it's the ultimate universe under Jonathan Hickman is not just Black Cat. That's the problem here, guys. It's the second book in the line was Ultimate Black Panther, because so they obviously want to make that the number 2 to Spider-Man. Good, didn't work. The third one was an all-girl X-Men cast, right? The fourth one was the Ultimates or the Avengers. And who did they bring in issue number 2? Like to be like the main person who's going to save them all? America Chavez. So there's a whole trend in this line to it's a different universe. So the woke agenda is like they're trying to just like pull the wool over dumb people's eyes. And some people are going for it. It's really, really retarded.
Just wait. What is the Secret Wars? Just wait till there's the Secret Wars, right? And
Oh,
they
I
all
know.
mash together, and they go to Battle
That's
World
right.
or whatever it is, and then they mash together and
Ugh.
become. Yeah, I mean that's all retreads. That's all Hickman kind
Right.
of does, right? So
That's right. Blast Radius, thank you for the $10 super chat. He totally cucked out, and now he's trying to get away from the culture war stuff he was a part of, by the way. There's been an ongoing complaint with him for years. Yeah, it's been a slow descent, and he just like jumped off a cliff with the Furiosa thing, I noticed. And part of it, and I've talked about this with your boy Zack for a long time too. Your boy Zack's a bad culture war fighter and always has been. He was chosen as a champion because he has that kind of every guy kind of like he was in his car. Oh, this comic book sucks. You could relate to that very easily, right? But he never really was a culture warrior. He never really was. His entire aspiration in life was always to work for Marvel Comics. He still is just hoping that somebody in Marvel Comics sees this and goes, you know what? Richard C. Meyer actually is a guy who's reasonable. He's unlike those other guys. You know what? I like Jawbreakers. Let's give him a shot. Let's have him write G.I. Joe. That's what he's hoping for. And it's still never going to happen. I mean, there's no possible way. But it's just sad to watch. It really is. Thank you for the super chat. This is a pretty good comment. This is hilarious. They made a black chick a thief. And that's that's a good point. That's what I thought. I'm like, is Black Cat going to steal Peter Parker's bike? Is that going to be the plot line here? Because, gosh, he'd better lock up his bike if she's
and
around.
his pizzas.
This feels racist. Yes. I like the change black or white so long as the character is written well. Who cares? Yes. Yes. Good one. My God. I got a lot of this stuff. You should give Peach, that's Peach Momoko, a chance. She's building the stuff up after all. She's a cool artist. Yeah, but it's not X-Men. Like, if Peach Momoko was making her Kickstarter random comic, I'd probably actually like it. But it's just like, it's wrong for X-Men.
Right. That's why I asked, why are they calling it X-Men?
You know, it's funny. I just had this conversation with my friend Johnny yesterday, where like I didn't like the Frank Quitely X-Men, right?
Yeah.
But it's like if Frank Quitely was doing something like Shaolin Cowboy.
Well, he did Mark Miller's Jupiter's Children, and I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't read that. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, it's such a departure. It's not necessarily that I didn't like his style or that it didn't work for me for X-Men, but it's the same thing. It's like you can have a great artist, but you don't want him on certain titles. You didn't want cartoony. This is why a bunch of the Wildstorm stuff tanked when Jim was trying to put all these cartoony artists on these very serious titles, and I was like, that chocolate doesn't belong in that peanut butter.
Isn't the whole point of the Ultimate Universe something that it's new? Ultimate Hawkeye is Native American. Ultimate She-Hulk is Polynesian. Why is that a problem? Oh my gosh. He just pointed out the whole problem. It's unbelievable.
They've actually done this. They've actually created characters. It's like in a mobile game where there's like multiple characters from like Polynesia, etc., and they're totally new characters.
Womp womp. Complaining about race representation and calling it woke before it's even released is so cringe. Race representation, calling it woke. Okay. I mean, these people drive me crazy. They're so dumb. Oh, painful. And then some people are saying that she doesn't even look black. She says she could be Italian. Does that look Italian? Oh, there's Bumpkins. Bumpkins, the woke activist right here. Whoops.
That guy's on YouTube now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He comments on all my stuff like this.
I think
all
I
just turned down my mic. Is that better, guys?
Your mic was fine.
So that's some of my comments I got on this after your boy Zack obviously like got people onto my channel from that image right there. Thank you for the views. So yeah, your boy Zack's on Reddit here, going off on this. He's still trying the like, oh look, here's my OBS. Like I'm a boomer. Like it's a shtick at this point. I don't know how to use my OBS. But we'll watch the video now. This gets incredibly cringe.
It's your boy Zach. So I've been making videos and community posts about birthday
I
party
was actually
clowns,
getting
as
to
I
it
refer
right
to them,
away.
anti-SJW YouTube
Yes.
channels who are just really over the top.
You know he's really mad at anti-SJW YouTube channel, mine, which is on the screen. Hi, Zach. Which are really over the top because he didn't like spend 10 minutes talking about how he folded his laundry before getting into it. That's how you know he's actually more mad at me than he is at Marvel Comics for race swapping all of his characters. It's crazy. It's crazy. Jeez.
The latest tactic to cajole me into silence is to say, like, I just don't understand why you're like this, even though I've explained it literally dozens of times.
Cajole him into silence. It's his own audience going, Zach, why have you turned on us? That's all they're asking. And it doesn't make sense. I still don't understand.
What's his explanation?
I don't know what his explanation is either. I mean, I guess we'll listen and see what he says.
But what happened was a few months ago, my comments just turned to shit. Like after like 7 years of like, thoughtful, intelligent, or funny comments, it was just like these canned phrases. I was like, I don't know where this comes from.
So he doesn't like the comments he was getting on videos from his fans and says they're canned phrases. He called us, it's calling his fans NPCs. There it is.
That's his explanation.
That's why he's totally down with woke now. Okay. Guys, if you want a non-woke alternative that's never going black on y'all, please do check out the Hidden Emperor Kickstarter right now. It is live, and we are approaching $27,000 on this beautiful science fiction campaign. Let me play the trailer for you one more time.
Separatists have replaced the Emperor of the Terran Imperium with a clone. In exchange for the real Emperor's life, Special Agent Ayla Rin must deliver a weapon capable of destroying a planet into the hands of the Twisted Scorpio Alliance, who are holding the Emperor captive. Can Ayla Rin save the Emperor and keep this weapon from being used? Find out in The Hidden Emperor, a 64-page graphic novel by Ms. Crimson and John Delarose, the hit creative team behind Overmind.
We have absolutely crushed it on this one, guys. Thank you so much. And by the way, we beat Zach's latest comic by 10 grand so far.
When you do an
so far by because ours is still going. Yeah.
When you do an omnibus or a collection, you should totally use that Ayla Rin, Agent of the Imperium, as your like header, whatever.
Wow, you're up another grand since the last time I looked.
Yeah,
Nice.
we went up. We hit 25 on Sunday, which is really cool because a couple things happen at this point, guys. The 25K, we unlocked Blaine Pardo's short story, which is going to be involved in this now too. Blaine Pardo was a canceled creator from BattleTech. One of his SJW fans stalked him and harassed the company. He actually created most of the BattleTech lore, which is some of my favorite science fiction lore. If you guys are fans of Mech Warrior or whatnot, he's now involved with this. He wrote a great short story for us. That got unlocked 25K. And we also announced the fact that we're going to bring a guest writer to do a short comic. And this is going to be the guest writer involved, Nexus creator Mike Barron. Now, Mike Barron is, again, one of my favorite sci-fi writers. So I got two of my favorite sci-fi writers writing in my universe on my... I'm so thrilled. So once we hit 30, this comic will get unlocked by Mike Barron and will be added to the book. And so, guys, help us get to 30 right now. We've got a ton of people in the chat. We got 300 people. If all of you come in and back it right now, we will hit that pretty easily. So we have leather bound editions of this at this point. If you've seen like we are teaming with the Castalia Library, and these are the people who make like the fancy leather bound books right here. So we're gonna have a book that looks like this, and this leather-bound edition has both Overmind and the Hidden Emperor comic in one for an awesome Ayla Wren adventure too. So please check this out, guys. Support our channel, support our efforts right here, and thank you so much from the entire team. We really appreciate you for being there. That's
yes, at $250,000, we're gonna get Liam to write something.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Awesome.
What number do we need to get to have Blaine Pardo's short story adapted into a comic version?
Into a comic version? I mean, I've already got stretch goals through 40K, so I could do that at 45. So
adding stretch goals, folks. We're adding stretch goals live right here.
I wouldn't mind 5K for a comic version. Not too bad. But yeah, we can do that. We've got lots coming. This is a wonderful science fiction world, guys. Check it out, and thank you so much.
I love that you've gotten this far. You've got 33 days to go. You're on Kickstarter, and you've done this all on your own.
Yeah, it's been fun. So, we just got another pack here, thank you guys.
By the power,
actually,
of the
that's true. John Trent has been advertising
and John Trent
videos. Yes,
and
Tebow, if he's in the chat still. Oh, thank you for backing. Appreciate it. We just almost got to 26,500. Thank you so much, my friends. Yeah. Awesome stuff.
His last name there, Orange.
Should I put a sticker? Should I put a sticker as a stretch goal for the sticker people? Chat, do you want a sticker?
Put a poll. Do a poll.
Okay, let me do a poll. Let's see. Poll.
Dude, when those sticker deals come around on Sticker Mule and I get the emails, it's like I have to make something into a sticker because they're so cheap.
Do you want a sticker as a stretch goal? I can add one in right now if we can. If you guys say yes, and if we hit 27,500, no, just 27. If we hit 27,000 while we're streaming,
do trading cards first. Did you do trading cards?
I've already got a trading card. I've already got a trading card.
All right.
If we can get $500 worth of backers while streaming right now, and I will put a special stretch goal. I'll add it into the campaign to put a sticker with it, 100%. So that's what I'll do. See, so sticker people, this is for you. Yes, love it. Do a special sticker, the special, and we'll mail one to the guy who complained about the sticker people. Okay, cool. Oh, this is our chat. Whoops. Okay, wrong video. Let's
Wrong
get back to
tab.
your boy Zach. So your boy Zach actually then starts to attack me. And he's already kind of doing this. He's saying the comments are bad, whatever. He goes at me in just a second, which, this is why he brought up my post here.
But like, it's obviously coming from a single source because these are like word for word, just repeated phrases. So I eventually tracked them, very dramatic, to a handful of YouTube channels. And now they are on my radar screen.
So he's saying that fans of other people who, so it's been Ryan Kinnell, Geeks and Gamers, looks like me. So people who follow us say like similar things. Well, it makes sense because we kind of have similar messages. So, okay.
No, I was single source, but there's a handful of them.
But there's a handful. Oh, yeah, it's true too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Crazy stuff. So where is it? Where are these scary people leaving bad comments coming from? Did you just censor EVS? No.
Yeah, I put him in a timeout.
Why'd you do that? Stop it. I kicked Mike off my show as don't put people in timeouts. Stop it. Gosh dang it. Apologize.
Negative.
So overpowered. All that other
to the point where I have to keep an eye on them because I have to keep dealing with their stupid shit, their propaganda. So now this is just one of the things I have to do. I have to keep an eye on them. So I go to various different social media accounts to kind of see what the lay of the land is. And so this is a Reddit of people who hate birthday party clowns. And you might say, oh,
so he's calling us birthday party clowns now.
He's in saltier than crate. That's like an anti-SJ, or it's a anti. They're basically
anti-woke.
Yeah.
So, okay. So he's literally following a Reddit of people
for Star Wars. It's like for Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah.
who hate anti-woke people for Star Wars. So
They basically don't like
why
Gary.
is
They
Zach
don't like
on here
Ryan Kinnell,
anyway?
They don't like Geeks and Gamers. And they're a
I mean,
parody of
Zach-
the actual saltier than crate Reddit, which is like against the modern Lucasfilm.
Yeah, I'm never getting EVS a sticker now. Gosh dang it. That's all I wanted was a sticker. So you guys remember back in the day when Zach was taking heat from Mags Visaggio at the very beginning of all this?
Who?
Your boy Zach. Mags Visaggio, the
Brian
transgender
Visaggio's
Brian,
alter
yes, it's
ego.
yeah. The dude in a dress.
Mike got what I
That
was
one.
doing
Okay.
there.
And Zach was coming under fire saying that it was transphobic, all that crap. Remember how he did a campaign and it was for
Yes.
Ironsights, a second book. And it was like a second printing where all of the proceeds were going to go to the Trevor Project, which is like an LGBTQ groomer organization.
Yeah, as a virtue signal.
As a virtue signal to be like, I'm not anti-trans. Remember that? I mean, this guy's been kind of flirting with this stuff for a long, long time. And for some reason, it's just like Just Some Guy. That Just Some Guy did the same crap where he just turned on his audience, started ranting about abortion and crap like that. When he built his whole brand on,
Yeah, I remember
being
something happening
opposed to this stuff.
like about that around Pride is a Sin.
Oh, that's right. And pride is a sin, guys. 100%. But very, very weird stuff. I don't know why people gravitate in our circles towards big followings of these people who just are not legitimately on our side or legitimately hold our values. But it happens a lot, I've noticed. And it's like, just pick better leaders, guys. I mean, it doesn't have to be me. If you hate me, it's fine. But look, John Trent's a great leader in the culture war right now. Mike's a great leader in the culture war. He's done a wordless gospel so that people can read and actually see the gospel in pictures. And you're not hearing about this stuff anywhere. Why? Like you should be. So that's kind of it drives me crazy. Go ahead, John.
So with Zach, he obviously was there. He was kind of there first, right? So he's one of the first people on YouTube,
right?
OG Comicsgate, kind of talking about it. And he was there. I mean, he was the voice, right? So I think that's where a lot of it was. And obviously now there's a lot more voices out there.
Right.
Look, be ye not unequally yoked. That's what it is.
That's
even
100%.
when you got people, I mean, you can have people that are that side with you. But just keep your eyes open when people are not actually Christians. I mean, you have to just lay it down like that. When they're not actually Christians, you know that at some point there's going to be a fork in the road, and if they decide their fork is more important than your fork, then you're the one that's going to get freaking.
That's right, because you got to stick with your values. You really do. And that's what we're doing here, guys, for sure. So Omega Knox, thank you for the $10 super chat. I used to think of Zach as a philosopher, a thought leader. Yeah, sorry, Omega Knox. The dude's always been kind of retarded. No offense. Now he's denigrated into a woke tard. Yeah, I mean it's pretty bad. But I mean, Zach's problem. I don't think Zach's a evil guy. I wouldn't put him in that camp. I just think he's really dumb and easily manipulated. And I don't know what's got him manipulated right now, but that's the problem with having a dumb, easily manipulated person kind of in a leadership position in the culture war. But we're building back better. We really are. I appreciate your super chat, my friend. I'm glad you're here. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need like some more water and like a cough drop or something real quick before I get into this. Do you guys want to just chat amongst yourselves while I grab that?
I think we can vamp.
Okay.
Sure. So how's life going, John?
It's going well. We're fighting the culture war here. Obviously, Zach is abdicating his role in that. He is going after people who are going to call out the Walt Disney Company for what they're doing, specifically Ryan Kinnell there with Snow White. We saw that earlier.
I think honestly he abdicated all the way back at the lawsuit. I mean, I talked to him in private and I'm like, why don't you do live streams? He's like, oh, I get in trouble when I do live streams. It's like, but that's all people want to hear is the live streams. And it's like, I don't know. I think he got cowed by not wanting to say anything that might get him in trouble. And now he's what?
Holy crap, he killed me so fast.
He's so far removed from what he used to preach that it doesn't make any sense anymore.
Yeah, which is wild because he was the one who was actually suing Mark Waid, right? It wasn't like Mark Waid was suing him. He was the one who was actually like leading that charge rather than being on the defensive. Sure, you take a lot. Like, I mean, it's also kind of surprising, and maybe this is kind of just the state of the modern military too, is the fact that he was in the military. It's like, okay, yeah, you had a setback, but that doesn't mean you're going to give up all of a sudden. It seems to be that is the case. He is kind of, like I said, abdicating.
Yeah, I can't disagree. But like I said, I just don't think he's been a thought leader in the space for a while. Dang gum, I need something to drink too.
No, I used to follow him way back in the day when I first started bounding into comics, when he had his Comics Matter or Make Comics Matter Again X handle.
Move the needle.
Yeah, move the needle. Yep, I remember all of that stuff. And that's when he was the kind of the thought leader. I think obviously I think you're probably right, when he lost the lawsuit is kind of where that leadership kind of fell off. But I also think that there, like I said, there was a lot of other people that started coming into that space. I mean, we're looking, and they weren't just doing it in comics. They could talk about comics. They could talk about other things. And you're seeing those are the kind of the people that he's going after. Ryan Kindle obviously has been very outspoken about Star Wars and about a lot of other mediums as well. Obviously, he's talking about Snow White, and I know you pointed out about Snow White being a girl's property, and I agree with that. I agree with you that it is obviously a girl's property, but at the same time, you're listening to what Rachel Zegler's saying, and she's saying that they're literally they're creating a whole different movie. It's not even about Snow White. They're trying to they're trying to teach different morals. They're trying to remove the whole moral story about this old woman who's jealous of this younger woman, and literally her jealousy drives her to commit murder. So they're trying to just get rid of that and turn it into like another kind of like Hunger Games power, like Rise of the Resistance type stuff. And it's just like, no, that's not what I want my my daughter to be learning from Snow White. So, and I think it's just an abomination to just change the story, which is the first movie that Walt Disney ever made.
I think Rachel Zegler is great, and I think everybody's just a dumb chud if they dislike it and should shut up, because why are grown men talking about this? Rachel Zegler for life.
Oh, she was fine in Shazam. But
I like the Hunger Games movie.
She's a brown.
That's pretty good.
She's brown. She's brown. That's not the, I don't get
Aren't
it.
most people with the last name White
brown.
black though? Like, for real?
Kanan White's black.
See?
But I mean, you see it all the time, so it's probably not worth mentioning. But it's like, dude, how's freaking Gal Gadot gonna be jealous of her?
Oh, I know. I've said that meme. Yeah, she's beautiful, Mike. You're wrong.
Oh my goodness,
she's the only thing that looks like legitimate in the movie, in that trailer that they released.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, the dwarves are the worst part, though.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Creepy, man.
Oh my gosh.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Hey, thank you for backing the comic. Cool. Awesome. We are on our way. We're under $400, under $500 to go. And guys, if we hit it on the stream, again, 27,000, I will add a sticker to the campaign for everybody, just for the sticker people out there. So we're going to make an inside joke out of hitting 27,000. We need 3 leather-bound editions to be sold. If you can sell 3 leather-bound editions or 2 full JDA comic sets, that's another thing I sell on here. If you guys are new and you guys have not gone all my stuff, I've got an amazing like, I think you get 2 graphic novels like free. I can't remember the exact deal, but I've got the complete paperback library. So on this, you get 2 Ayla Rin graphic novels, Overmind and the Hidden Emperor, the new ones, 6 Flying Sparks graphic novels, The Cosmic Warrior, which I'm working on a sequel to, because I know you guys want more strong male leads. You've spoken. Deus Vult, which I'm in talks with a potential artist to make a sequel to as well, but cross your fingers on that. Spectacular Comics, Dynamite Thor, which I'm also working with the artist on a sequel to. We're bringing all this stuff back because it's so good. All Eyes on Ashley, which with my good friend Mike S. Miller. We did that earlier this year. A High School Girl in the Crusades with the Quaff, and more. So everything I've got in my whole catalog, you get right here. If 2 people back this, everybody gets a sticker. Everybody gets a sticker. So thank you very much. Grab that today. Grab the full set. Mike Barron is writing a short comic that's going to be I'm working on this. I have an artist in mind. He has not accepted yet, but he's thinking about it. So I pray for it. I want to, the thing with these, like the thing with the classic art style stuff that I'm doing with all these is I have very specific artists in mind for very specific tasks. And I don't want to just have one that doesn't match the last one, because it's so important for me to keep that stylistic thing going. I want to keep my 70s, 80s vibe going all the way around here. And so I have to find the right artist for these things. But yes, cross your fingers for that. We're gonna have a lot more coming, and the best is yet to come, my friends. Thank you guys for backing on the campaign so far. All right. So where were we? Your boy Zach. And he hates his commenters. What did he call his commenters? He said they were making stupid, like NPCs, basically. And they were all coming from a couple sources. And that's why he hates making anti-woke content now, because he doesn't like his own fans. Very weird. What a weird take. I love all you guys, and I will continue to make anti-woke content as long as I can. So thank you.
You must love this Reddit. I hate it. All these people are assholes. These are the stupid assholes who can only be like, oh, you don't like this thing? You must be a Nazi. When the answer could be, they're just a shithead. Like,
yeah, you know, it's funny. It's not like he's a creator or a creative or someone who came to prominence by being an entertainer, and then he made some sort of a paradigm shift. He's going against everything that he
correct. The reason he got
for.
which he used to, his whole channel was criticizing Marvel and DC going against everything that they became popular for.
Yeah.
It's so ironic on a lot of levels. But if you listen to what he just said, guys, I'm going to go back on this. He's actually talking about me here. Thank you, Zach. So he rants about this Reddit for a bit and says all these Reddit call people Nazis, right? They call everybody Nazis, and that's what these people often call me. Even though I'm not a socialist, so I don't understand
like
that.
This thing,
but
you must be a Nazi. When the answer could be, they're just a shithead.
So Zach decides, I'm not actually a Nazi, I'm just a shithead. Thank you, Zach. So because I pointed out that Black Cat has been race swapped, I am a shithead, according to Zach. You see how this guy just like absolutely hates us in our movement? He loathes you for not liking race swaps, and me for not liking race swaps. We are shitheads in his estimation. Go back my new Indiegogo book, guys. I mean, my gosh. Why? This is crazy. So yeah, cool. Swearing about me because some Reddit post is why is he like agreeing with this Reddit calling us crazies and all that for noticing? And it's by the way, it's crazy that they are switching every character to be black. That's crazy. That's racist. That's Nazi level stuff. That's shithead behavior. The fact that Jonathan Hickman is doing this is all of that. It's not us for noticing that he did it. We're supposed to not notice it now because, oh God, it's an alternate universe. It looks good. Who cares? The writing's good. We're supposed to just not notice it. The writing's not good if they're doing this. The writing's just a gimmick.
Turns to crap.
It's just a gimmick. Everything's just a gimmick. And Jonathan Hickman didn't create anything. He just took Spider-Man and said, okay, well, what if they had a world where they took away all the superpowers and nobody had any superpowers and nobody became Spider-Man? What would the world look like? It's just a what if comic drawn out and called Ultimate Line. Yeah.
I'm not a super Hickman fan, but from what I've gathered, he just does retreads of things from like the 80s.
Correct.
70s that have already been done before. Like
retreads of what if comics. Yes.
Or in 2015, he did the Secret Wars, right? And it's just from the...
Yeah. My gosh. I told you why. The goal is to work for the mainstream. Yeah, this is Larry's 100% right. He wants to work for the mainstream so bad. But now, especially with his sales dropping off to the level they are, remember his books now, his last book is at 16,000 it closed at. That's disastrous for Zach. 16K. Like, I mean, we're sitting at 25K, 26K, almost 27K. Like, and we're halfway through our campaign.
Yeah, what did Jawbreakers do? Like,
Jawbreakers did like 350,000, I think. Maybe was it 500,000? It was in there. I mean, how the mighty has fallen. How do you lose that much of an audience? Crazy. Wow.
And it was his audience.
And it was his audience. 100%.
He didn't leave him.
Yeah, he didn't. He wasn't on somebody else. It's not like he was on. It's not like he was Liam on Ethan's channel making some money, and then as soon as he wasn't on Ethan's channel, like he made no money, and then Ethan promoted him and he made money, and he, and it's the people like that who delude themselves into thinking that like people bought it for them. It's ridiculous. But he did it on his own channel, on his own terms, with his own audience, and he just shat on his own. He just called it. He called people who notice the fact that Black Cat was race swapped shitheads. Wow. Crazy.
Yeah, he's calling out the people who are doing exactly what he would have done 4 years ago.
Oh, this is why I forgot about the $1 book. Do you remember the $1 book? I do. Let's back to the list. A couple of years ago, your boy Zach, in an effort to try to revitalize his already dropping Jawbreakers brand, decided to put up a full graphic novel on Indiegogo for $1 for the book. And he put his back catalog on there to try to sell back catalog through the $1 book. In addition to that, and said that that's a way to sell his back catalog. Well, I definitely backed the $1 book. I wanted that $1 book because it was $1. Why not?
Did you get it?
No, it's not out yet. I just gave Zach $1. I want it returned with interest. What the heck? That's my $1.
With that,
I could, if I put that in Bitcoin at the time, I'd have like $4, Mike. Where's my Bitcoin at today? 60,800. That's awesome. Oh, my stonks are up today. This is great. I'm feeling good. Okay. I'm glad I bought the dip. So, can you imagine like 6 months ago, Mike, that I'd be saying stuff like that unironically?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a loss leader. That's right. Because he said, oh, yeah, Marvel Comics and because what he did is he's seen in comic shops when DC and Marvel, they do these like $1 books or 25-cent #1 issue or something to try to get everybody in on the series as a loss leader. He's like, you know what? I'll try that on Indiegogo. But the problem is when you come out with like one book every like 3 years, you don't really have a lot of product to loss lead. That's not a good idea.
Well,
and so
I think a lot of those $1 books are reprints, and so basically they're just trying to sell you a reprint. So of something that was in their
also
back
true,
catalog.
there's no cost, right?
Yeah. How long ago was that?
The $1 book?
Yeah.
Which book was it, guys?
I would wager that the $1 thing is less to do with getting people on board. It's more to do with like, oh, there's $1 thing at the checkout stand. Just add it, and you can just add it to your already massive stack.
Yeah, that totally works if you're going to use it like in comic book stores, right?
I have an article from the Splintering. These are guys who are they still around? Splintering? Do you remember them?
Yes.
Are they still? Who are they? What are they doing? They Comic Review Godlike. What do you think they say about this? I backed this. Malin's best work yet. Never finished reading it. Okay. Godlike. Okay, this is long. Unfortunately, many of the panels lack backgrounds. Odd choice was made over non-use of word.
He only had 3 years to draw it.
Yeah. Major sticking point is that people get caught up on there are 2 instances of a double page spread back to back, predominantly colored black.
3.
Overall, the book didn't come out flawlessly, but there were ones that hit just right. Okay, so there's the shill. Gosh, this is long. He said he would back a second one. I'd forgive his lateness, as he's normally on time books.
If anyone wants to
Just
actually
a
see a
splintering.
real review, go to
The well-read one.
The well-read review.
Okay, so they wrote so this is a shell website. So Richard Meyer's $1 Jawbreakers Gambit pays off. Here we are. Last week, independent comic creator Splatto Comics launched a crowdfunding campaign for Jawbreakers Forever. This was July 2022. So we are now 2 years in to not getting our $1 comic. 2 years. The project funded having raised $108,000. And so, yes, which is a sequel to God King. And God King raised... Man, he's got no links. Campaign page. Okay, so let's go to the $1 book. So this got $124,000 from 4,000 backers. Okay. And then let's go to the Splatto page. So his campaigns. So Jawbreakers Forever had 4,000 backers. His new ones have like 300 backers, $16,000. That's a big drop off. So Jawbreakers Contingency was the last. That was this one. Grand Bazaar add-on. Okay, so where's the last real Jawbreakers campaign before that? My gosh. This is really difficult to navigate. I don't know what's what. Jawbreakers Contingency came after the $1 book. Oh, less than 1,000 backers. $62,000. So he's been falling off pretty badly here for a while. What was the main? Was Grand Bazaar the
one that was actually interesting? The one that he like. I always feel like the books that he has other people writing, or the stories that he has other people writing, were the ones that are actually more interesting than whatever he's writing.
Jawbreakers Grand Bazaar Indiegogo. Okay, here's the one before that. So that was $1,000, 100,000. Before that, he had about the same amount of backers. This is before the $1 book. 200K though. And so then he dropped off to about 1,000 backers after the $1 book, which has never been delivered. So yeah, that's quite a fall off. Quite a fall off. Now he's sub 20,000. Wow. Okay. Call your audience shithead, Zach. Keep doing it.
Like, it doesn't always have to be Nazi. Sometimes it's just shithead. So what bothered me about this statement is that they want to play it both ways. So this person says, weren't these fucking lameoids the ones bitching about there not being enough hot women in media? Now they get one, and this is what they're complaining about.
Yeah, this is this. I saw this. This wasn't just posted here. This is somebody's tweet, and it was going viral. Of course, mocking me, and it's some weird SJW comic channel. I forget who did it.
Why do people always like black out their names?
I have no idea.
You can use advanced search and just copy it and find out.
Just copy it. I can find it right now. Weren't these effing lameoids? Let me see who it is. Weren't these effing lameoids? Lameoids. Oh, here it is. It was a. Okay, this was not the one that went viral that I was thinking of. There were a bunch of.
They're convoluting the idea that you don't want to hire a bunch of uggos to be leading ladies versus characters being drawn in a comic book.
This is the person who posted that,
right?
Ashley.
Shocking.
Comics Ash. She, they. Trans. Okay. So that's what they're saying.
So
like,
surprised.
There's been a lot of you know, aren't they asking for beautiful women all the time? How come they finally got a beautiful woman? Now they're still complaining.
Actual real women, not comic book drawings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, cast someone comparative to Gal Gadot, not Rachel. I mean, she's not an ugly girl, but like Gal Gadot's like freaking versus
weird.
Yeah.
But that's Zach's, he's talking about them now.
Why is this 80% of all online discourse like this? So then the caption is, Another day, another race swap brings out the crazies. So this bothered me because on one hand, you want to make fun of people who don't like race swaps. On the other hand, you admit that this is essentially a daily occurrence.
Yes.
Two things can be true at the same time. In fact, three things can be true at the same time. Yes, the reaction to these race swaps is often overblown.
So here, Zach, you just admitted that this is like a daily occurrence, that there's an agenda across the board at Disney Marvel, that they're doing this every single freaking day to the point where it's horrible. It is anti-white. It's trying to erase white culture. That is 100% the agenda. What do you mean it's overblown? I mean, if it was just a one-time thing, then it might be overblown. That's why nobody did it back then. When it was Nick Fury being made into a black guy real quick, it was okay, whatever. But once it became like the 10th white person replaced by a black person in comics, and then the 100th, and then the 1000th, you start to look at it and you go, there's something wrong here. This is
white genocide.
This is white genocide. Yes.
There's also context missing too. It's not just the comic book characters being race swapped. It's
Right.
not just the movies being race swapped. It's not just the television characters, etc. You also have a political movement that is literally advocating for the destruction of people based on their skin color.
And they're called the Democratic Party.
White genocide.
Yes. And not only that, but we saw James O'Keefe's videos where Disney is actively passing up white people for promotions intentionally, where they are casting saying white people are not allowed. I mean, this is 100% happening across corporate culture. What do you mean we're not
dark enough? They don't want you.
If people, yeah, even a black guy who's not dark enough doesn't get hired. If this is happening for real, for jobs, this is people's livelihoods. This is people's ability to put food on the table just because of skin color. This is everything America is supposed to be opposed to. What do you mean we're overblown with our reaction about this? This is war. My God. Whew. Drives me crazy hearing this kind of stuff, especially from a guy who like got blacklisted from the, Zach is like, was targeted by them. He took so much heat from them. Like,
They're literally threatening to physically attack him.
Yes. At New York Comic Con.
It's like he's got Stockholm syndrome.
Is that what it is?
Seems like it.
Maybe,
I think Mike is onto something. I think something happened with
interesting.
the Wade case that we don't know of.
Yeah.
That seemed to be the tipping point, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why are there so many of them? I mean, I didn't even say this is a daily.
By the way, isn't this kind of the point of my video? So why is he calling me a shithead for saying exactly what he's saying right now? It's just bad when I say it and not he says it? I'm very confused.
Yes, because you see him whining about the comic book.
That's
you see
true,
him whining
right?
about Gail Simone, and then he's like pointing and laughing at Ryan Kinnell.
Right. Yeah. Zach is out of his freaking mind.
Occurrence. You did. That's you. So this is Black Cat, who is black now, although she's pretty light-skinned. And it doesn't work. And it doesn't work for a very, very simple, literally black and white reason. So
he's totally cool with race. By the way, that's you're going to get to this video. There's great instances where race swapping works totally well, and you're about to find the stupidest example Zach can possibly come up with. If you thought it was bad at this point, we haven't even gotten to the stupidest aspect of the video yet. But Black Cat doesn't work as a race swap. No, not that one. Okay. Well, I agree with you, Zach, on this instance, but yeah, none of these race swaps work. He's really agreeing with me. That's true.
Yeah. So where is the?
I'm just a shithead for saying.
So this is the initial design of Domino. It's a very simple concept. What if a woman kind of looked like a domino? How does she look like a domino? Well, she has black hair, a black outfit, a black dot around her left eye, and pale skin. So you know how dominoes, sometimes they are black with white dots, sometimes they are white with black dots.
Okay.
It's kind of a stretch, but you get it. Like, oh, domino, like, okay, like a domino. Okay, I get it. Fine. So then they have a movie, and they cast a very lovely actress as Domino, except for literally just having black skin ruins the entire visual concept, to which she reminds me of the dog from The Little Rascals much more than Domino.
That's a
It's
boomer
pretty
reference.
simple.
What a
Chance.
boomer
Name's
reference.
Chance. Oh no, Little Rascals. Sorry, I don't know what that dog is. I'm
So-
thinking of Homeward Bound.
This is a weird thing. So his criticism's like, and he's trying to tell his audience, the criticism is not a culture war thing, guys. It's not that it's white genocide. I don't care about that. That's stupid to care about. What matters is that the design of the comic character is good, in my opinion. This is literally his point.
He's just saying it aesthetically doesn't work. Is his argument?
That's it. But it could work if you aesthetically did it right. It could work. So this black cat just needs some aesthetic adjustments as a black cat.
Dark hair,
Like the white fur.
I guess.
ghostly white skin, a dot around the eye. So she's like a domino. She's like the number one domino. Okay? If you make her black, a black person, she should have white hair and a white costume. Do you understand? Like this is a very simple visual motif that is just ruined.
I don't think this is just a bad argument, because a black domino with a white dot would just be a black domino with a white dot.
Right.
Yeah, he's trying to compare that. He's trying to say the suit is part of the domino, but it's not. The domino is.
Argument.
Yeah, his analogy doesn't even work.
It doesn't. You break it down, you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't work at all. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. Okay.
Dang, John, I
Guys.
can't believe you wouldn't drive 2 hours to come hang out.
I know. I would have under normal circumstances, but I was dead to the world. I'm sad because I did really want to hang out with you.
Yeah, I actually stopped in San Jose and had lunch with my friend Johnny on the way.
You were way close. You should have called me at that point.
Oh.
I could have stopped. That's like if you went to San Jose, you drove. Which freeway did you take? Were you on 680?
880.
880? Yeah, I could have. I mean, I could have gone.
Yeah,
We
drove
coffee
to
with you or
Fremont,
something.
so.
Oh, it's like 20 minutes for me. I could have done that. Dork. Jeez.
But then it would have been 2 stops, and then I would have got
that's
home like 1 in the
yeah,
morning or something
that's
like
good.
that.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Joseph Peck, thank you for the $10 super chat. Well, it's a double domino effect. The black outfit with the white dot on her face. Then there's the white face with the black dot. It changes as you get closer. Hold on. Double domino.
Okay.
Black
I see
outfit
what
with
I get it. I get what Joseph's saying.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. That actually makes sense. Okay. Thank you. Took me a sec to figure that one.
It only makes sense though if you ignore the fact that she has the black. If she has the
Right.
she has the black dot on her face, because you can still see that even from a distance.
Right. I did
know,
want to
Mike,
pause for
thinking
a brief commercial timeout, my friends. We are a commercial enterprise here, and we do care about you as customers. While Marvel and DC are race swapping everybody, we are doing the opposite, and we're making a hot redhead hot again. And that is the entire intention of the Ayla Ring character. Ms. Crimson and I designed this as a FU to Marvel and DC for the race swapping thing. And we wanted to just say, you know what, here's the characters like the classic that you like to look at, the ones that are like Mary Jane, that are like Jean Grey. Who else are some great redheads in comics? Who am I thinking? There's
Black Widow.
Black Widow, Poison Ivy. There you go. Yeah, this is like Black Widow in space. There you go. And Ayla Rin is a special agent for the Terran Imperium. She's a nationalist. She's proud of it. It is a beautifully written piece, which you'll absolutely love. And come check this out and back our good works. Yeah, Firestar is another great example. Lots of wonderful ones in comics, and they're all getting erased, and it's all very, very intentional. So check this out. This link is pinned in the chat. It's in the description below. We want to try to get us to 27K today. That'd be amazing. We hit 26 this morning. I have never had a campaign, Mike, where I've gone basically 30 days with like, usually there's like at least 1 or 2 days where there's like no backers and you sit there and go, is it dead? Right.
Yeah.
I've had every day's had like 5-10 backers. It's been crazy. It just keeps
Yeah,
going.
you're doing like $400 or $500 a day average, right?
Yeah. It's
That's
yeah,
nice.
it's
That's
wild.
nice.
So people are just really eating this up. And like I said, if we hit 27,000 on the stream, and by the way, we have a full JDA comic collection of 12 graphic novels plus other comics as well, which you can grab, and or the complete full Ayla and ride. If we just get a couple backers going in on all this, if you're new to the channel, really want to support our stuff, really want to go all in on my full collection, we can get that. We also have leather bound versions of this. If we get 3 people going in on that, we will hit that number too, and everybody gets a sticker at that point. And you're all sticker people, probably. So you probably want stickers.
Speaking of redheads, I did a whole article on that on Bounding into Comics, all the redheads that had been race swapped.
You did. That's something Bounding into
Dude,
Comics
there's
not
so
actually
many.
published today.
There's
There's a lot.
60 freaking characters, right?
It's clearly outdated now because I haven't kept up with. I don't work there anymore, and I obviously haven't redone it. But yeah,
Let me check in on Bounding into Comics. Speaking of companies that just destroyed their audience and don't care about their audience anymore, Crafton revives and acquires Tango Gameworks, plans future projects for Hi-Fi Rush.
I wrote that yesterday.
Arrowverse producer Mike Guggenheim says the scrapped Green Lantern TV series was going to be awesome.
Was that supposed to be Ryan Reynolds?
No, it was going to be John Stewart or whatever his name was going to be. John Stewart, I can't remember the actor's name, the black guy.
Netflix's live action Pokemon still in development. Wow. Bounding into boring. Oh well. There's that Park Place now, which you can get all your great news from. All right. Back to you, boy. Thank you guys for letting me Michelle and stuff. I appreciate it.
That's just black, or she's just Catwoman. Catwoman is sometimes white, sometimes black, sometimes really black.
And by the way, Catwoman's another one of those race swapped in modern years problem characters that led to all this stuff. This was not the case with Catwoman. I think it was Halle Berry, right? When they originally did that.
Yeah. What year was that?
You had Eartha Kitt played.
Yeah, it's true.
Played her back on the 60s show, and then obviously the Halle Berry movie.
Don't go in.
Yeah, it's another race swap character.
But again, I think that gets to the point that you were talking about. You didn't have the political agenda. You didn't have this happening every single day at the time.
Right.
It wasn't really about any of that stuff. Where it clearly,
it was just really hard to fit to cast an actress that would fit into that costume. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think that came after she was a Bond girl, right? The Catwoman was after she was Jinx or whatever.
I think so.
That T. Franklin Harley Quinn comics, it was the darkest, Sumatran, dark skin for black woman, because you have to she's black. So first of all, I like to say, there's more than 2 races. A few years ago, maybe last year, I watched Superman Returns.
Oh God,
which is from 2006.
Now we're gonna go into one of his weird digressions that don't matter and oh gosh. Terrible.
I remember it was when I went on active duty in the Army, and I was stationed in Germany, and I walked through a field. I don't know. I was new there. I read the map, and it looked closer. Anyway, I was walking to the movie theater and had to walk through a field to do it. And I was thinking about Superman Returns. But anyway, they had, except for Cal Penn, everybody was white. And
can I interject something right now, because you mentioned Superman?
Everybody was white.
As much as I love Dean Cain, dude, when they cast Dean Cain, and I'm half Japanese, and they cast Dean Cain, who's a quarter Japanese, I was like, Superman's not Japanese. It's come on, just cast the character the right way. Is it that hard, really?
It is. It is that hard.
It's white.
Dean Cain looks like him, though.
It kind of stuck out.
I think so too.
Sometimes Metropolis is portrayed as being on the East Coast. Sometimes it's in the Midwest. But it's just weird to me to see a crowd of supposed Americans, and 100% of people are white. So that just kind of stuck out. So
He hasn't
I
been
can
to
kind of
Tennessee.
understand the like, oh, all these characters were created when they just kind of automatically made everyone white. But if we're doing an alternate, which is what Ultimate is, it's alternate versions of characters. Okay, so we want to do Black Cat, but she's not white. Okay, so she's black, except for if you're going to make her black, you should, if you're flipping the color scheme, you should flip it entirely, not just.
So it would have been okay if the costume would have been white. Okay, Zach, this is the dumbest point ever.
Wow. Okay.
The dumbest take.
Black Cat wears a black suit because black cats are black, so she's got the black suit. And not only that, but she's a cat burglar. And so you wear black at night to blend in into the shadows so people don't see. If you're wearing a blaring white thing, you're going to get see. This is the dumbest take Zach has possibly ever had. Like, and it hasn't even gotten to the dumbest part yet. But my God, like, what a terrible idea.
You know what? If I was doing this and I was making this a black character into a black cat, and you keep all this, I would put maybe make all the fur actually black.
Yes.
Right. But give her the damn fur. Otherwise, she's just wearing.
Give her the fur. Yeah. It's just it's a boring
come
design.
Out of dance
is the real
class
problem.
to go freaking break into a house or something.
Right.
What the hell?
That's the main problem. Crazy. Wow, Zach.
Partially. So like
And
your Black Cat.
And by the way, this ultimate universe is supposed to be alternate characters. By the way, you notice that Peter Parker's Peter Parker, Mary Jane's Mary Jane, J. Jonah Jameson's J. Jonah Jameson, Harry Osborn is still Harry. They're all the same. They're not alternate. They're just like, it's a different universe, same versions for the most part. There's no like alternate versions of all these characters that are completely different all the way around. Like, this is the only character they're doing this to. And they're doing it just to make a point so they can add a black person in it.
The other one that they point out
in different, that's not in this book. That's in other books in the line. But
well, aren't they part of the same? Like they're still existing in that same world.
That's true,
right?
in the same world, right? But for the most part, that's not really what's happening here, right? It's really silly. Oh my gosh, this was terrible.
Iron Man still Iron Man. Tony Stark.
Iron Man. Black Cat.
Kind of. Tony Stark. Tony Stark's like it's complicated.
Ready, but Black Cat has white hair and like she has this like fur trim, except for this is just a generic cat suit, so this just reads as Catwoman when she is sometimes
it's not a cat suit. Literally a
leotard.
Norman Osborn,
he's black.
However,
wait, guys,
what?
Yes, his new take is that Norman Osborn would be a good character to race swap because of his hair. This is going to be his take. This is the next dumbest take Zach could possibly give. So now Zach, after all his his entire YouTube channel is built on complaining about race swapping and gay swapping and gender swapping in comic books. He's now going to advocate that there's going to be some good potentials to race swap, and really they should race swap Norman Osborn. Yes, this is
Norman Osborn was originally a ginger.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He's like, hey, here's a ginger who hasn't been race swapped yet.
Yes, he just came up with one to race swap. It's unbelievable. This is crazy.
However, it's kind of weird it took this long for him to be black, because this is a white man who has had waves since 1963 consistently, and
his character has waves.
What?
Oh my gosh. So this is for Spider-Man freshman year. I don't even know what that is. So I guess they race swapped Norman Osborn a couple years ago for some, maybe it's a YA book. I don't know what freshman year
sort
is.
of looks like.
Sounds like it. So they made him black. And so Zach's about to say that this is good because Norman's hairstyle, Norman Osborn. Let's see. Norman Osborn. Let's go back to Ditko because he's the original one. He says because of this in his hair, this look right here for his hair, this drawing, that is a black hairstyle, and therefore it makes sense that he's now.
Dude, he's literally pushing the whole cornrow rhetoric.
Yes.
We
Yes.
saw
Not
like
cornrows. It's like an old like 40s with the freaking wax.
no,
in your
but
hair.
he's
Yeah.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's pushing the
Ah.
cornrow rhetoric that we saw from Black Lives Matter in
Yes.
2020,
Ah.
that we saw from the Acolyte chick before she was on the Acolyte. That, like, she was literally saying that like only Black people can have cornrows is
Yes.
utterly ridiculous. It's
This
literally
is
what he's
Zach's
saying
point. Yes, it's literally what he say. It's so ridiculous. Oh, wrong video again. Why do I keep doing this?
How many
Yeah.
windows do you have open?
I have way too many windows open.
And his son too. I know people want to say, "Oh, it's just a hairstyle." Show me.
Here we go.
Father son. Like, now I know this is a thing back in like 1940s, 1950s, where they would put some sort of pomade in their hair, and if you had kind of curly or wavy hair, it would kind of give you waves. But visually, this just reads as a Black guy with waves. So
visually, Norman Osborn has just always read as a Black guy with waves, my friends. This is your boy Zach 2024. I can't. Race swapping's cool. These are the people who led anti-SJW comics. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, Drake Tungsten points out this is the whole April O'Neil. He's literally making
Yes.
the woke argument about April O'Neil.
That's correct. It's the same thing. It's crazy.
Norman with waves. I mean, where is it? I got it ready right here. Where is it? Oh, there we go. So yes, something's just up about this white guy, this white
Oh my
businessman who consistently, and people have even pointed out that Green Goblin, that cap he has, it's literally a wave cap to set the waves in. So I don't know, got this guy with more waves than the ocean since 1963, making him Black kind of, it doesn't even like ruin the visual motif. It actually makes a lot of sense. Oh, he's Black.
There it is.
I don't think he even believes
Race
what he's
swapping
saying.
is cool.
You can hear him laughing.
He's Black
Yeah.
Irish.
He's Black Irish. Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, there's a lot of British people out there these days, setting fire to London and the like, that are very melanated. So, maybe it is.
Hey, watch what you say, or the British police are going to come arrest you in
That's
America.
good. That's good.
You're going to get extradited,
That's
dude.
why
It's possible.
He's had waves since 1963, and his son.
Oh gosh.
But the thing about
I
race
would agree.
swapping
He should
Black
probably change his
Cat or
hairstyle after-
Domino.
Yeah.
after all this time, but
is you're just turning them into like Catwoman, essentially. Like, you're kind of ruining the video.
It's not the race swap that's the problem. It's not the white genocide. It's not the ginger side. It's not the replacement of white people in everything. It's just that the suit design was not cool enough. This is so insane. Like, it hurts my head, like, to watch this. It really does. And remember, if you think otherwise, you're a shithead for noticing it. That's what he said at the beginning of the video. If you think the race swapping is a bad thing, you should be pointed and laughed at, is what Zach says. So,
well, you're that if you're not actually a Nazi.
If you're,
If
some
you're
might
not
actually
a
be
Nazi,
Nazis.
it could be that you're just a poopy.
Yeah.
The visual motif.
My
of it all.
gosh.
So sometimes now, YouTube is where nuance goes to die. And you just have to just scream everything. It's like, whoa.
This is my now he's mocking my video, mocking this. Here we go. Wow.
Biggest woke ever. Or if you hate this, you're a Nazi. But let's introduce some nuance slowly.
So you hear he's doing the horseshoe theory garbage thing, that the right and the left are the same.
Yep.
Shrieking woke or Nazi. It's the same thing, guys. That's why we need to be centrists. It's the costume doesn't look cool and needs a better design. That's I mean, that's where he's at these days. Like, pretending this isn't happening. Gosh.
Like in Wolverine, they had a spoilers 33 years later, but there was a what was it? Puffer fish toxin. But if you slowly give it to yourself and increase the dosage, you can become immune to it. Anyway, let's slowly introduce nuance to YouTube and say that I would say let's be.
Hey, we got a new Hidden Emperor backer. Do I have like a stinger for that? Like something happy? Or do I have a happy where's my happy backer? Is this a happy backer stinger?
The brown people are leaving. We're so excited. Go, brown people.
No, not that one.
I mean, he was excited. He was clapping and cheering.
We do have a new backer for the Hidden Emperor, guys. We are now at 26,618, 342. Please check this out, guys. Again, we just need a couple of people coming in on the leather-bound edition or the full JDA experience where you can get all of my graphic novels, 12+ graphic novels. How amazing for a pretty low price. What's the discount when I actually do all this? So I do 12 plus my 2 comics times 25 plus 2. You get an $80 discount for getting my full line. So that's pretty good. The great incentive to get this all at the same time and go all in on this. And guys, thank you for helping us get there. Again, if we hit 27,000 on the stream, I'm going to give some stickers out for some sticker people. Oh wow, there's a new video by Lolo Guzman, who's a wonderful artist who drew some fan art of Ayla Rin. Thank you, Eddie Brock, for sending that to me. Channel member, appreciate it, bro. I guess it's just one up. Here's his 2-minute painting process of him doing some fan art. Very cool. Oh, I'm not going to play this music because this is copyrighted music. That's not a good idea. So he did this here, and posted this to Twitter yesterday. This is one of my favorite artists doing this from scratch, and did our character. Beautiful stuff. I like watching these time-lapse videos of art like this. Have you seen Lolo's art stuff much, Mike? This guy's incredible.
Wait, was I muted when I said that?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Oh, yeah. I would love to drop the campaign link in the chat for you guys.
Do it.
Thank you. So there's his color base, the flats. He starts to add a little shadow in there. A little shade. It's amazing, like from pencils to full complete art, like how things change. His whole pencil shade's basically gone now. Cool. This guy, like I said, this guy's one of my favorite artists. I can't believe he did this for free. We should hire him to make some comics with us at some point. This is awesome. I hope he gets a lot. Here's the link for him, by the way, so you guys can follow him. We should give him at least a link for doing this beautiful work.
What's the copywritten music?
It's Queen.
Oh.
So I don't want to play it. Yeah.
Who wants to live forever?
That's better. Look at that shading. This guy does such amazing work.
That's nice coloring.
Wow. Beautiful layering. I am going to watch this whole deal. Then we'll go back to Zach. I love it. I can't. It's amazing that, like, to me, like watching an artist of this caliber, like making fan art of my stuff is just, it's mind boggling to me even still. It's like, wow, how does that happen?
How does art happen?
No, how does an artist of this caliber like make fan art of my character? Okay. It's like, wow, that's so cool. Beautiful. And this is the finished product of his. Wow. That's awesome. Thank you, Lolo's Art, for doing that.
I like the sparkly outfit.
I do too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, so back our book, my friends. Here it is. Thank you so much for the support so far. It's been amazing. We've gotten 4 backers over the course of the stream. That's perfect. It's great.
Awesome. Cool. I posted my FR in there just for the webtoons. If people want to read it for free. I've been uploading more regularly.
You should put it on ArcTunes, Mike.
Huh.
Grown.
Well, I'll have them all prepped at some point.
Yeah, that's actually. I'll set you up with that.
Is this the gospel?
Much of the time, race swaps are just pandering, whether you want to call it DEI, ESG, SJW, whatever.
Most of the time, race swaps are just pandering, whether you want to call it Zach, all of the time. Race swaps are pandering, DEI, ESG, all of it. My gosh. Oh, good point from a Brown CDR. That's not a real drawing video. In a real drawing video, you only show your face and then hold up the art to the camera and don't actually show yourself drawing on camera to prove that you drew the
You hold up a
picture.
Sharpie after you draw it with a
That's right.
brush.
Pretty good. Oh, it's the theme. It's the theme to Flash Gordon. Queen won't come after me. Queen will. YouTube automatically hits those things. It's just not worth it. Oh, thank you, Baked Turkeys. Appreciate it. Awesome. Ooh.
But sometimes they make sense. Can we do that? Can it not just be vuvuzela time all the time, just making the loudest noise possible? Can we have reasonable takes?
So I'm not having a reasonable take that they replace black. He still hasn't said what's unreasonable about my take.
He says that race swapping is reasonable. That's what he's saying.
That's now what he's saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, Grey Wolf.
Much or most of the time, race swaps are just pandering, but sometimes they make sense.
Oh God.
Anyway,
sometimes they make sense.
Before I go, I'm not really promoting. The Splato 2024 Last Chance link is in the description.
Okay, shut up. You're not shilling on
I was
my
actually
show.
surprised.
Get off my show.
So he's not complaining about what you're actually complaining about. He's saying what you're complaining about is accurate. It is pandering, but you're complaining about it, and therefore he's going to complain about you complaining about it.
Correct. Like I should. I drew too much attention complaining about it. I guess is the whole problem. It's nonsensical. Now this came up on his community tab also. This is why you don't listen to the yokels. Why would you build a new attraction further out from the center when a primo location is wasted on an outdated attraction that nobody cared about until it was announced that it was being shut down? There's a reason these guys, as in
Are they
Ryan
talking about
Kinnell,
Splash Mountain?
He's talking about Pro.
Yeah, Disney.
Too.
Yeah. He's talking about WWE Pro. There's a reason these guys were working on loading docks before they started their YouTube grift. Okay. Now Zach's not a grifter. No. Yeah.
No, he's
Johnny,
using leftist language now too.
I mentioned race swap. I did not say race swapping can be reasonable in certain contexts. That's what Zach said. I say that's stupid. No, I don't think it makes sense. I think it's intentional erasing of white people, and it's obnoxious every single time. Every single time. I guess the reasonable. I'm wrong. When it's reasonable, in what context it would be reasonable in is if they decided to make Black Panther but make it a white guy. Then
you know
I
what
would
they're
find
doing
it
is
to be reasonable.
they're just
Yes.
overcorrecting because for so long in Hollywood, you'd have white people playing everything.
Everything, yeah.
Everything. Indians,
Everything.
Asians, black
true.
people. They'd play everything.
But
and then
that's like we're
suddenly
talking
they wanna-
that's like 50, 60 years ago.
I
Nobody
know.
it's not even like
It's a
remotely the same.
ridiculous overcorrect. It's
So,
totally different culture.
it's
We're
crazy.
totally in a different space. It's like
It was also when America was pretty much all white too. So.
Yeah. Loading docks before they're
It was
not
when
deep
white people
thinkers.
didn't
No,
have any
this is,
rights.
he's attacking everybody on YouTube now. They're not deep thinkers. They just count how many black people are in a movie and then cry about it. That sounds like something Heather Antos would tweet. They're not deep thinkers. They would just count about how many black people are in a movie, then cry about it.
He's literally like just crapping on his own guy here, though. Too.
Yes,
like, just like a random.
This is his random commenter on his videos. Yes,
on him.
I have a kind of a tangential thought that I've kept for a while. Remember back like 1990s, 2000s and stuff, like there were only a handful of black actors that were any good and they were in everything.
Yes.
Right?
Denzel Washington. Yeah.
Denzel, friggin', you can it was a short list, male and female. And then like, so when you'd see a black movie, you'd go watch it and it's like, wow, all of these people really suck at acting except for that one person.
Except for that one guy. Yeah.
Right? But
Yes.
now it's like, and I think it's because they, not a lot of black kids were being pushed into
But
the art.
now I
now
watch The Acolyte starring a black person, Doctor
Well,
Who
yeah.
starring a black person. And do you know what I see? I see all of these people are really shitty actors, including that
No,
one
no,
person.
no. I'm saying there are actually a lot of good actors of every ethnicity now.
The Black Elf,
It's like
and
a generational shift.
He's
in
a
Hollywood.
disaster of an actor too. His acting
Who
is so atrocious in
Who?
The guy who plays Tuvok in Rings of Power.
Oh,
Arondir. Ismael Cruz.
Yeah, the guy in Rings of Power, the Black Elf, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
But there's a lot more good actors of every ethnicity now than there were 20, 25, 30 years ago.
Are there?
I think there's just a lot of bad actors in general now.
That might be what the problem
Well,
is.
yeah, there's that
Yeah.
case. But no, you can watch just like random movies with like, I'm not talking about these specific movies. There are bad actors.
Yeah.
But
I'm watching
No,
Rings
it's
of
just
Power,
something I
Minaho. I am trying to get through season 1 because season 2's coming up.
I'm not watching
And
season 2.
I'm trying to get caught up on it because I forgot what happened in season 1. And
It's so bad.
It's so
It's
boring.
awful.
Like I got
And
3
it is
episodes.
boring.
It's been like a month. It's taken me a month to get through 3 episodes. It's that difficult. And they're going to release 3 episodes of season 2 on one night.
Yep.
Are there really?
It sounds
I mean,
like you're putting about as much effort into watching this as John Malin put into drawing Godlike.
Oh God. Should we EFAP the Godlike review?
No.
You don't want to do that? You want to see that? Chat?
I mean, I'm not busy. John.
No, I'm not interested in that. That's just me though.
You're a fan of Godlike?
I'm not interested in watching a review about it either.
Oh, it was pretty funny. It's not your garden typical review here.
I think
It's an
I've
honest review.
seen some things from Ethan, and
Ethan
I
is
don't
not
think I
an
want
honest
to.
review.
Right. Well, I think you're just sharing panels, and I don't think I want to actually see that stuff.
You don't even want to look at Godlike, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Wow. Shots fired. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think there's some pretty nasty, degenerate stuff in it. Right? Am I thinking about
Mike,
the right comic?
I think you're talking about not Jawbreakers.
Yeah, that other thing.
Graveyard Shift. When the woman literally like aborts her fetus like live, like
There's another
Yeah.
book he did. I think it was a Graveyard Shift where he's actually copulating with a decapitated head.
Yes, that's what I.
Oh,
was, yes.
gross! No way, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Malin.
I thought
Malin's a
it's not that.
degenerate
It's not.
in
It's
my
not.
book.
In Godlike,
Ugh.
that's a different book.
A different book. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, a Megastorm
Megastorm.
is what
Oh,
Monaco.
Megastorm is that? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did he really do that?
No, I don't. Yeah,
Oh,
I
man.
remember Ethan posted that on X, and I was like, "This is disgusting. I'm never."
Yeah.
Going.
Beyond woke and not woke, like I was having this conversation on Kiwi Farms.
Of all
But
places.
like, yeah, like the 90s really was about like edgelording as hard as possible. And if you look at like a lot of where the degeneracy comes from, it's just people trying to be edgelords and just like, what can I do to make this even more edgy? Well, I'm going to have them bang a decapitated head. Ha! It's like, and they just try to one up the grossness and the gore and the craziness over and over and over and over again. And you get in this like one-upping game where it's like, it's like the,
How much can you get away with at that point?
Exactly.
And it's
And
like
it's
it's
actually
actually
the
that
same
dopamine rush because
it's
you
the same,
like, oh,
it's the
can I
same
get away
problem
with
as
this?
the
Oh, I
as
did.
the power
Push it
creep
more.
like sort of thing where it's like I saved the city, I saved the world, I saved the galaxy, I saved the universe, I saved the multiverse. Like it's the same kind of power creep as that, but with degeneracy is what edgelording is. So it's literally the same thing. Yeah.
Except Dragon Ball's fun.
Except Dragon Ball's fun.
He just wants to fight.
God. What else do we have going on today? I have to make sure my audience is aware of this, guys. Because we need to be better. And I made a video about this morning, which is going super viral. But this is former SIFWA president Cat Rambo. Lovely lady. There she is. Lovely lady. Yes, as you can tell. Now, I had a whistleblower at Gen Con. Gen Con is like the big gaming convention in Indiana. They had a writer's symposium there. And she started going off like ranting about there being too many New York Jews in publishing.
Does she have blue hair? Did she dye her hair blue?
That is dyed blue hair. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So this lady was the president of SIFWA when they canceled me. They canceled me. SIFWA is the Science Fiction Writers of America. Or now they're the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers Association, because they're not of America anymore.
They rebranded.
They rebranded. They're no longer of America.
After you defeated them.
And so back in 2019, the lore on this was I applied to SIFWA because you at the time you had to have one work make at least $5,000 in a year in order to qualify for SIFWA, which is not a high bar. I mean, obviously, like we've hit that many times over with our comic books and with actually every one of my novels. And so that's something that a lot of people can't get. Like, if you guys don't know how like of shambles like the writing community and all that is, most of these people like have sold like 3 or 4 short stories and made like $500-600 total in their career. Or they've put out novels themselves and they've sold like 20-30 copies at like $4.99. So they've made like a couple $100 in their whole career. And then they go around on convention panels and they say, "Oh, I'm a published novelist. I've been published by Analog Science Fiction. In fact, I'm a professional writer," to try to LARP at being a professional writer. So to get into SIFWA, you actually had to like have a real standard for a while. They changed the standards, by the way. Now you only have to have sold like $100 worth of fiction, period, to join in, right? Or maybe it's
California?
or it's 1,000 total or something. They're LLCs based in California or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, well that makes sense with the way they reduced the grading standard for schools.
Oh yeah, it's very good.
Do that.
So SIFWA used to be like everybody used to be in it. Like Jerry Pournelle, who's a wonderful writer, was like the president back in the day. He did a bunch of work with Larry Niven. Harlan Ellison was in it. Like, I mean, you all like Isaac Asimov was in it. Every real science fiction writer joined this. And what it did back in the day before the internet was like this organization actually like would read over like publishers' contracts, because you didn't used to be able to self-publish really back in the day too much. And they'd make sure that it was fair to the writer, that they'd get the royalties they deserved. And so it actually like did things legally and like help people fight legal battles like against big publishing organizations on behalf of actual writers. It had a real function. As that kind of stopped, and as there's no point, because publishing contracts are pretty standard, and because you can just self-publish and make more money doing it yourself than you can working for one of these publishers at this point. And that's 100% true. Even professional rates, most people get paid about $2,000 for their book. Like, and books take half a year to work on, and you're usually coming out with one a year as a professional writer in mainstream publishing. So you're making, I mean, a lot of times you make $2,000 and then you get royalties on the back end if it reaches a certain amount. And they almost never reach a certain amount. So 99% of writers are making $2,000 or less on their books. And so reaching that $5,000 standard was really difficult to do. And so, of course, I did before they changed their standards. And so I applied. And so they actually said that despite the fact that I did this, and despite the fact that I qualified, because I was outed as a Trump supporter and a Christian at the time, and they couldn't have that, right? That they wanted to go at me instead of let me into the club, even though I duly qualified. So they said bylaws section blah 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 gives discretion to membership credentials committee regardless of qualifications. So literally, their bylaws say that even though they have publicly stated rules for how you can get into the club and get and join, that no matter what, the membership committee can just fiat make a decision one way or another, and it doesn't matter what your credentials are. So it's all a smokescreen BS. People who are politically correct get into it. People who are not politically correct get banned from it. So I'm one of the few people that got banned from it. Of course, my good friend Vox Day got banned for it. Very sad. So Vox got banned prior to this. He was actually in the club first because he went on Twitter and he called N.K. Jemisin, the black author of the Black Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
And, yeah. He called her a half savage in a Twitter fight. And since then, Vox has apologized. And he said at the time he did call her a half savage. He didn't mean that. He meant she was a full savage. And so I appreciate that clarification by him. But that's where SIF was at. And this is who they are at this point. And 2020, they have their conference annually. They did one on Tolkien, like a panel saying he's problematic and that orcs are racist. Back in 2022. Yeah, great stuff.
Sounds about right.
They tried to cancel Mercedes Lackey. Mercedes Lackey is a multi-millionaire best-selling in 2023 at their conference.
We covered that.
Because she, I wrote the article for you, and you edited it. Yeah. And they canceled her. And she's a big LGBT activist, and she's not herself, but she writes gay people into her fantasy. And one of the early adopters of that. So she's hailed by them. And she said on a panel that about representation in fiction, of course, that colored people needed more representation. Well, she said colored people instead of people of color. And so they canceled her, called her a racist, and banned her from the conference. She's like 80 years old. She just misspoke and said colored people instead of people of color. They did that to her. Unbelievable.
Wow. She needs to get with the times and call them Negroes.
That's right. So, gosh. And that's who. So this is the picture of who Sifwa is. And you saw Cat Rambo in her blue hair, so you know who the president was at the time. So they said, based on online statements, you and your behavior of the past year, Membership Credentials Committee believes it has good and sufficient cause to deny your membership to keep SIFWA virtual and physical spaces harassment-free, and has done so. Examples of past behavior: threatening to film people without their consent at private SIFWA functions. That never happened. Number 2, soliciting people on social media, including Facebook, Gab, and Twitter, in order to troll and harass professional authors, including SIFWA members and board officers. Oh, no. Not a troll. And 3, finally, the worst part of all this, accusing SIFWA of doxing your children, which they did. Supporting pedophiles, which they do. Racism, which they are racist, among other attacks. So allegedly accusing somebody of racism gets you kicked out of SIFWA. I think that disqualifies every person in SIFWA from being a member of SIFWA at this point. But it just matters who you accuse of racism, obviously, because Cat Rambo now, since I accused somebody of racism, I was not allowed to do this, but Cat Rambo can go and rant saying there's too many New York Jews in publishing at a massive convention and still be a member of SIFWA.
Goodness.
Crazy.
That's racist.
That's racist. Rotten Meat for $4.99 says, I know Cat Rambo is an admin from a MUD. That's one of those online text-based role-playing things from back in the day based on Dark Sun, where she probably spitballed most of her writing ideas. That's interesting. I think I saw your comment earlier, Rotten Meat. Maybe was it on was that on the forums or something? Or maybe it was somebody else who also was aware of that. But they said there was a lot of degenerate stuff going on those online RPG stuff too. And that if that came out, that's pretty nasty stuff too. I don't know. Maybe you could speak to that. Thank you for this super chat. Appreciate it. So I had a whistleblower at the convention. And this is what they told me. And it's somebody very prominent within the publishing industry. What people don't understand is my platform at this point is big enough that people talk to me. And if they don't I get fed stuff behind the scenes. It's so great. But this person can't be outed because unfortunately this person would then get canceled for reporting that she said this. Because again, I got in trouble. I got banned because I said somebody was racist against me, even though Worldcon went out there and called me racist, which was a libel. And then they banned me from their convention, which on Sifwa's behest. So Cat Rambo went off on an anti-Semitic tirade
And
at
they
the
lost
Writers'
the lawsuit.
Symposium. They did. They lost that lawsuit. I sued the hell out of them. Nobody knows who you are, JDA. Okay, you do.
That
You're here.
guy's- yeah.
that might be Cat Rambo. So
what's the Johnny Depp line with Jack Sparrow?
But you have heard of me.
Heard of me.
Yeah. It took all of 2 minutes to go from discussing how the sci-fi community needs to do more for Palestinians. The sci-fi community. What do you think these cat ladies are going to do? What do you think this woman right here is going to do for Palestinians? Do you think the Palestinians want her to do anything for them?
Two things: Jack and squat.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so ridiculous on that front. If she went to Palestine, I don't think she'd last very long. Personally, I don't think that'd go well for her. But then she went on an unhinged rant about there being too many New York Jews in publishing. At which point I read this, like when this guy was sending this to me, because he's like, obviously somebody who was like, And I was like, well, she's not wrong. Back me up, guys.
Look, here's the thing. This is America. If you want to start a publishing company, go ahead. Right? So if there's too many Jews, if there are too many Jews, it's because Jews started publishing companies.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Right.
I bet you
old,
there's
old
way
pub
too
is
many
dead
Jews.
anyways.
There's way too many Jews in bagel store. Bagel store.
That's right. The problem, my channel member Jake Trunkson says, problem is New York, right? Yes, correct. The problem is New York. Thank you. That's definitely the problem. It's not a Yamaha. Not a Yamaha. So,
People's telling me to cool it. What?
Yes.
I think there's probably too many Jews in bagel shops.
Oh, geez. So you're saying we should convert to Judaism and start a bank? Oh no, we're getting in trouble, guys.
You could be your own bank in crypto.
That's true. Complete with patronizing addendum. So she said to name drop a few. She says she name dropped a few famous editors as, quote, some of the good ones, as in some of the good Jews, as opposed to the bad Jews, if misguided. Wow. This is wild. So again, like if I said this shit, they would have banned me, tarred me, feathered me. But when Cat Rambo says this shit in 2024, totally cool. Nobody says anything. She's just totally allowed. Really, really wild. I thought this was absolutely huge. Oh my gosh. Crazy stuff. Not as crazy as the Neil Gaiman stuff, but still pretty crazy stuff. But I'm getting tired now, and you guys are getting tired too. You're not as active as you used to be on the show, guys. At the 3 hour and 18-minute mark.
This is out of my.
You mean us or the
out of my wheelhouse?
You guys, it's out of your wheelhouse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do you guys want to cover the new Neil Gaiman friend who spoke out?
Oh no, another one.
Yeah, not Gail Simone. That's my friend.
Oh, it's Gail Simone.
Gail Simone's my
Gaiman's
good
new
friend.
She speak out.
It's on Monica.
Neil
It's not
do for
Monica
her?
Lewinsky. Monica Byrne.
Monica.
Okay,
Rambeau?
Monica Byrne. Let's see. A Burn It Down extravagant thoughts on Neil Gaiman, creative gods, and rotten. Okay, so let's pull up the whole tab. More people are coming out about Neil Gaiman. Who is Neil Gaiman? Neil Gaiman wrote The Sandman, which is now a Netflix show. Good Omens, which is now an Amazon Prime show. He recently was accused. He's a rock star in comics, and was one of the early woke male feminists out there. He said to believe all women in 2018, prior to all the Me Too stuff, and I'm going to, because I believe the women who are accusing him, which there are now 5 out there who have accused him of sexual assault, including 2 who worked for him. One as a nanny, who said that within hours of meeting him, he brought her into a bathtub to debase her. And at that point, Neil Gaiman said that he was merely cuddling in the tub is all that happened at that point. He was 62 and she was 21. Another one was a woman who lived at his New York estate. Her husband was the gardener there, maintaining it. Once her husband left her, Neil allowed her to stay at the estate, according to her, in exchange for sexual favors, including, a lot of oral stuff he demanded of her, and made it clear that if she stopped doing that, she would be kicked out to the streets, according to her. So
his ex-wife posted something on like a trash can, right?
Yeah, that's a more recent one. His ex-wife posted a cryptic Patreon post with the book Lolita in a trash can. And so make of that what you will. If you're not familiar with Lolita, it's a creepy book. Let's just say that. So, and she also posted a bunch of stuff like some song YouTube link about how disappointed, she was or whatever. Very weird. But if she's disappointed and she knew about the Lolita stuff, why is she disappointed now? She's just disappointed. I don't know. But more people are coming out.
There's legal documents about what he was doing.
Right. Neil Gaiman also allegedly made these women sign NDAs about their experiences. So
NDAs should be illegal. Yeah. I'm so NDAs should be
ridiculous. So
they don't cover crime.
Look at this. These are stunning and brave women right here. Stunning and brave.
Is that all of them?
Hello. I don't know that. I don't think these are the ones that he. I don't know. I don't know what the deal. I haven't read this before. This is new.
Oh, okay.
Chicago folks will be in conversation with my friend. Another really fun thing coming up. I don't care about your.
Just control.
Can you imagine going to this? Look at that. Like, can you imagine going to a talk of like 5 strange, diverse women, one wearing a mask indoors?
2024.
2024.
Who's like the Prime Minister of UK who got thrown out of
dude
today.
That person is much taller than the other ones, so it could be a dude.
Did you see that the Prime Minister of the UK got thrown out of a pub?
They say they're superstars.
That's not when he was Prime Minister, from what
Melinda
I read.
who?
Oh, that was that's an old video.
Yeah.
Gaiman. Okay. Here we are. Back in early June. Here's this. Abuse of power comes as no surprise. Here we are there. So this is an event. Turnout, delightful, good vibes. I don't know what this is about, but there's a lot of diversity here, and I don't like it. Back in early June, the allegations about Neil Gaiman have not yet surfaced. When they did come out the following month, journalist, I know it's the first round. Okay. Another woman came forward. Okay. Yeah, we already covered that. The number of times I've heard similar assertions fills my soul with sadness. So if all these women, by the way, this keeps happening over and over again with this story.
No, you got to read the note.
All these, hold on. I will. All these people say there's the number of times they heard similar assertions over the years, and none of these people said anything about it anywhere because of the clout structure involving Neil Gaiman. It's absolutely crazy. We are now one JDA collection. By the way.
Obviously also didn't have any strong men in their lives.
Very true.
That would have done something about it.
So we did have our guy who's asking for the post earlier back it. Thank you very much. It was walking. Here it is. Yeah, walking north. Thank you very much for backing the campaign. We're now sitting at 26,753. All we need is one complete JDA collection sold in order to get everybody a sticker for the campaign. You know you want the sticker people. You know you want it. Thank you. Thank you so much, by the way, for real. Okay. The subsequent quotes, allegations detailed in the initial notice, I found extremely, but I found clears of blah, blah, blah. Okay. Not long after, 2 more women spoke out. Okay, so we know all this. These allegations have been used as a battering ram by some deeply transphobic people. That's me. So,
what does this have to do? What does this have to do with transphobia?
So here's the thing. All of these people who are on the SJW side who have seen all of Neil Gaiman's crap, keep talking about the allegations and all that. The only people who have been covering it since day one and really hammering it in, because the Bleeding Cool is still silent about it. Comic Book Resources still silent about it. Comics Beat still silent about it. The comic industry was told to shut up about this because there's too much money on the line with Neil Gaiman. And we called it out. We called them out. We called the media out. We did this. And these people attacked us for covering it and for saying, you'd think that, again, just based on this woman, because this is obviously about me and Vox Day, because we're the only people who have covered this regularly, right? So we're the battering rams using this by deeply transphobic people. So you'd think it's worse. It's worse that I'm going and making videos saying, hey, guys, rape and sexual assaults are bad. I don't like that this guy did this. We should not have people who are on pedestals who did this. You'd think that my saying that is worse than him actually allegedly doing it.
Clearly not.
I mean, that's crazy. I completely condemn transphobia, turfiness in all forms, and bigotry against trans people now and forever.
There's no such thing as bigotry against trans people because trans people don't exist.
Nice. Based.
Makes you think, right?
It does. It sounds like some women approached the media before it didn't get anyone to take their stories. If you've wondered, I've never been approached by anyone with allegations like the ones that recently came to light. And while I'd be very surprised if there's not further coverage on this matter, I know from extensive experience these investigations take time. Time, care, and attention. Because folks have asked, I am not working on any kind of Gaiman follow-up, in part because I have other commitments that take precedence. I'm glad you have other commitments that take precedence over this giant story. In part because I've already reported on Gaiman somewhat indirectly, and I did not enjoy a significant aspect of fallout from that experience. So this person's not going to report on this and not going to report on the Neil Gaiman stuff and not going to cover it because they don't like the fallout from the fans of Neil Gaiman. But you know what? Screw those transphobes for commenting on it. You know what? These people should be praising us for our bravery to stand up against these a-holes who will come at you over this kind of stuff, who will try to destroy you just because you are reporting the truth. Why don't these people ever go, you know what? John Trent, John Delarose, those people are actually, telling the truth at great expense to themselves.
Because there's a hierarchy of the oppressed, John. And the trans are on the top of the hierarchy, and women have been relegated to being practically white men. So where we used to defend women, now they're so low on the ladder of hierarchy that anything related to trans will trump all over women's rights.
Yes. So this person covered American Gods being, quote, problematic at the time. People are allowed to react to reported pieces however they want. That's all fine. Not something I get worked up about. What I want you to understand what follows is I wasn't upset by the fact that Gaiman had a reaction to the story or that he appeared to have a reaction that didn't align. What pissed me off was the nature of the reaction, how it made me feel as an experienced professional. After it came out, Gaiman had things to say about our reporting. What pissed me off were remarks that made us sound like pesky little irritants who don't know what we're doing. Speaking for myself, I felt he conveyed the impression that we didn't talk to anybody important or deeply informed. The next part is difficult to prove. Just my 2 cents. I'm betting every woman reading this can think of a time in her career when the way she was belittled and undermined felt gendered. Fine. Oh, the gendered criticism. Take issue with the substance of my work if you're going to come up with a coherent argument about what you think I could have done differently. But what I never would have effing enjoyed. Can you imagine putting this in an article? Why would people... They always call us unprofessional and the like, John, but we write so professionally. We don't do this kind of thing.
No, if you look at Kotaku, they use curse words all the time in their actual content. It's not like they're quoting. I only use it in quotes and then I censor it.
It's a sense of condescension, minimalization,
There's a lack of
dismal from
intellect.
on high that carries a very strong odor of sexism. When I saw Gaiman's comments in various spheres, I felt some kind of way about this was supposed to champion women being so gratingly, condescendingly dismissive of the work of two women who had at that point half a century's worth of journalism experience between them. Two queer women as well, though anyone reading the piece may not have known that. Please clap. After that, when I saw his approachable cool guy routine on social media or saw him touted as an ally or feminist, I rolled my eyes pretty hard. Back when all this was going on, I thought about, this is going to be a great video for me to make tomorrow, isn't it? About some of the above online.
I'm waiting for her to get to the point.
Yeah, I know. She's just ranting that he's not a good feminist.
Things. Yeah.
I stayed silent. Was that after more than 30 years of acclaim, attention, adoration, comics, film, book publishing, and TV, Neil Gaiman has a lot of strident defenders and superfan, and honestly, that intimidated me. Having other stan armies hate mob me in the past, I did not. She should just get off the internet. That's it.
I'll read the next paragraph. The point is, when it comes to reporters and the powerful people they report on, the power imbalances are often huge.
Oh, God. This is so gay. Oh, it's a woman. That's why. A queer woman.
I mean, she's admitting she lives in fear, dread, and stress.
That's true. Even this
writing this is scary.
Yeah, I'm being oppressed.
But because you're writing about it, you get condemned.
I know. But this person condemned me for because she's too scared to actually do the reporting on Neil Gaiman. I've done it, but I have to be condemned. Yeah, this is how these people are all. This is the same logic as your Boi Zack. Like that, doesn't make sense. It all circles back. And I think that's a great spot to end things for the day, my friends, because my voice is wearing out. John Trent has to go very soon. And we almost got there, guys. If you want to hit this real quick before we do head out and grab the Hidden Emperor and this wonderful thing, let me play you the trailer one more time and support our works. We got 6 backers over the stream so far. Thank you so much for supporting us today. Hit the like and subscribe button if you hadn't. Here's the trailer.
Separatists have replaced the Emperor of the Terran Imperium with a clone. In exchange for the real Emperor's life, Special Agent Ayla Rin must deliver a weapon capable of destroying a planet into the hands of the Twisted Scorpio Alliance, who are holding the Emperor captive. Can Ayla Rin save the Emperor and keep this weapon from being used? Find out in The Hidden Emperor, a 64-page graphic novel by Ms. Crimson and John Delarose, the hit creative team behind Overmind.
It's got me so hyped, guys. Thank you so much for backing this so much so far. Would love to get a couple more. If you guys just come in right now before we head off, a sticker for everybody. We're less than $250 for a sticker for everyone.
Do you have an option to put backers into the book?
I don't, but I could. I don't want to.
No, I know. I just know I see that sometimes.
I did that on Overmind, and then I actually forgot to put it into the print edition.
No.
And then I had to revise it to put him. Actually, he did get his reward. It's just in the Hidden Emperor now. And actually made him because I was going to put him as a background character. I felt really bad, so I actually turned him into a major character that has a plot point in this because I wanted to provide real value for the guy. So I do try to make things right for everybody. That's I care about.
I would point out that John's not saying it, but stickers are not cheap.
Stickers are not cheap. So if we do hit the sticker goal for very shortly,
it's just costing John
I have
money.
to come out of it. It's just going to cost me money.
Yeah.
It'll probably cost about $250 to make the stickers for this that I'm trying to raise right now. And then I have to pay for all the print of all those $250 of stuff. So I would lose
would it
money.
be a sticker per person?
A sticker per backer, yeah.
Yeah, it might cost you more than that. Have you done stickers before?
Yeah. No, hold on. Is it really going to cost that much? Am I making a dumb promise? So I've got. So I've got 50 back. I've already made the promise. Hold on. Let me sticker printing. Okay. So sticker mule.
Yeah.
Die cut stickers. Let's do that. What do I do? 3x3?
3.
Yeah, it'll cost me $250. That's about right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. It goes down as it goes up.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was when you're buying small orders, they're more than $1 a piece.
Right.
Yeah.
So guys, We got a couple minutes left to make the stickers happen. Just a couple minutes left. And I don't even know what should the sticker be.
I was going to ask you that. What were you thinking?
We got actually the sticker poll is only at 51.49%. So the backers might not even want a sticker. I don't even know if these people are backing for real. We're voting no. I don't know.
176 votes.
Yeah, they also
we
do
have temporary tattoos. Like you can make those for sure. I can.
Yeah, Sticker Mule makes them.
Yeah. Temporary tattoos.
They're very small though. They only do like teeny tiny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I might be able to get you the art for the stickers. I can make one of Ayla Ren. I can make a temporary tattoo over.
Of the Emperor?
I can make one of the Emperor too.
Of the Terran Imperium?
Oh yeah, the logo of the
Terran Imperium. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That'd be a nice sticker too. A good sticker logo. It's not going to happen. These people are going to back after the show though. But thank you guys. We got 6 backers on this so far. I tried to make the stickers happen. And everybody, I guess the last thing we should close on is Lone Star Squadron. Oh, I brought it back.